All right, ladies and gentlemen, so if you couldn't tell, we had some problems. Toaster's over there trying to fix it. He's trying to figure out what's happening. I think he found a couple of cables.
Oh, got it.
I don't think I really need it.
Okay.
All right.
Sick!
All right, so that was a very intimate moment. We just bonded a lot in the dark.
Take that as you will.
Do with that as you will.
Take that as you will. So, while we were off broadcast, we still had the games going on. Imperium beat whatever 3-0 on the first map, so we had them wait so we can get right into map 2.
I forgot the team name was whatever. I thought you were being super rude. Like, they just beat whatever,
no,
like 3-0.
No, their name was whatever. But we're back!
So we couldn't stop them from finishing the first map. It's competitive integrity. We wanted to make sure that they were playing fair and square. So, sadly, we won't get to watch that first map, but they paused for us because they are very nice people.
They're kind people.
They're gentlemen, gentle ladies, whatever, whoever.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter to me.
Great humans or robots.
They're gentle people.
Yeah.
That sounds weird.
The next draft is underway. Let's get right into it. Whatever versus Imperium for map number 2. So Imperium's going to be picking first. They're picking up Jumong. I'm assuming we're going to see the same comp out of them. I think it was Jumong, Lucy, Thorn. And again, just because it was 3-0 doesn't mean necessarily that it was a stomp. We've seen a lot of 3-0s that were super close games. So we don't know. We're going into this blind, but we are going into this with Imperium being up a map. And whatever's going to pick the same team comp. What we did see from the previous few seconds of that last map was the 2v1s happening again. So Freya was off the corner, Thorn was off the corner.
Freya doing Freya stuff.
Thorn going like, okay, I get 2-1-3. He's like, all right, I'll just go on the other side.
I'm gonna do what I can. Somebody made a comment. Yes, we have clearly made the great mistake of wiring every single thing in the studio through a single cable, which he has found.
And that's what I found, and I plugged it back in, so we should be fine.
For some reason, it's up here by us. They've trusted us with these things.
Yeah. Well, you think we trust volunteers?
That's true. If there's anyone that's trustworthy, it's going to be the 2 people.
It's going to be 2 people, not a group of people. If history has taught us anything, it's put power with one person. Don't spread it out.
We've learned a single thing from all of the mayhem, murder, and war in our history as human beings.
Yeah.
It's always better to trust a single person's perspective and mentality.
Yeah. Easy. Super easy.
Is that not true?
That is true.
Give me just one example.
Chat, give me one name. Give me one name that you're like, this is where it went wrong. You're not going to find one. Let's get into the game. Map number 2. Someone asked, are we real friends? Are we friends outside of life?
He wishes. No, actually, yeah. We're great friends. On a semi-serious note, for the first time in 3 shows.
We actually are friends outside of this broadcast. And also, we talked about this morning, talking about like, hey, once this show ends, doing like just like a talk show, just throughout the week.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't promote our own stuff.
Oh, sure. I decided to start. I have a story about streaming. Started building a stream PC. Got home. My internet upload speed 0.47 megabytes a second.
It is apparently.
It's worse
speaking of time travel,
it's worse than Wi-Fi.
Your internet, literally, the moment you start trying to access it, is traveling back into the 80s.
It's
you
like
are pulling internet from the late 80s.
Yeah, they're like, wow, we have 0.47.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Imperium took that first map. We weren't able to watch it, but it was a 3-0 sweep. Will that tell the story? Was it that much of a stomp, or did whatever get close every time and just struggle to close out? We will see. Petulas, Ashka, and Freya. Freya again going for that back line, as Thorn is as well. So the Petulas keeps his cooldowns there as much as possible. Thorn again, losing nothing. No health whatsoever, because he's Thorn. This coffee is fighting its way back up my esophagus.
Freya's got to be super careful, getting panicked. She has to use that spacebar to jump out. Ashka healing back up was pretty low, took some max health off, but 41% on the side of whatever to 74 on Imperium. And ultimate already coming out from 2-1-3 there on Thorn.
Oh!
Jumong! Throwing it right, just threading the needle between Ashka and the enemy Thorn there.
So when you look at the issues that are happening,
tell me.
A lot of it feels a little bit more like individual outplays. It feels like the players on whatever are really struggling to find a lot of value as individuals, and in that case also then as a team, right? We all know that BattleRekt the meta has been shifting more and more towards full team plays. Get your combo abilities off. What champions flow well together?
Right.
How can you get maximum value out of just 2 cooldowns when you use them together as opposed to individually, right? Obviously, we know that Freya has the problem of she kind of just does her own business, as does Thorn, to be honest.
Yeah.
But Thorn, I think, does his own business while losing less health because he's Thorn.
Yeah. His ultimate also, the ability, so Freya's ultimate where it's just this AoE, jump down, can get a stun. Thorn's ultimate lasts a little longer. You can use it to kind of create a nice barrier in between the map. It can split up teams, I think really well. Right now, there we go, 2 and 3 going on to Ashka, who is, I think, just dead in the corner.
Yeah,
15 seconds, and that is all it takes. You watch, this is where we talk about managing cooldowns being so important. Once you find yourself as Ashka with your space gone and your E gone, now you're just walking around.
So generally, a lot of people would look at this and say, who's the easy target? Go for Lucy. But the problem is when you're going against a good Lucy, that is not a thing that you can do very easily when you have people that are going to be good at peeling. You've got a Thorn who can pull off, who can also put Barb Husk on Lucy. If she's good enough, she'll be able to just perfectly stagger her Panic, her Clarity Potion, and her Barrier. Especially if she gets Blast Shield, she'll push you back if you're melee.
Yeah.
So at
a
lot of ranks, Lucy is the fun target to go to. But when you're looking at top level play, it's not nearly as easy when you're against a Lucy that truly knows how to rotate her abilities.
Yeah.
So, when you're just trying to figure out where they can find value right now, it's going to be tough. Jamong, super sneaky unless you get on him in the first 5 seconds. Really difficult to lock him down. We all know that Thorn's just not a great target to go for. He has a lot of mitigation, can essentially do the singular Petrify. He can spacebar. Ooh, Ashka might have jumped a tad bit early for that. They're trying to deal with Thorn in the back line. He's actually down half health. The double barrier Barb Husk, it's actually some value lost there on the shields for Imperium. We see Freya in that back line. She finds more value, but they lose that first orb to Imperium.
And right now Freya was taking some damage by
ultimate. Good God.
Right over there onto Pestilus, who just absolutely melts. Doesn't look like there's an opportunity really for a cross kill anywhere close. Thorn low, the Burrow's going to dodge everything. Barb Husk goes through. This looks like Imperium is going to 2-0 whatever as far as maps are concerned.
And 6-0 them as far as rounds are concerned. The map we didn't get to see was also a 3-0 sweep.
So there we go.
Congratulations, Imperium, our first team today to make it into the semifinals. Whatever, thank you so much for signing up, and also for being the better whatever team. There were 2 whatevers that signed up today, and this is the Highlander version.
You guys, well, that's actually kind of really smart, though. Even if you are the losing team, whatever, to name your team the same name as someone who made it to the finals, you almost get the recognition as well, right? Like if they see the whatever that didn't make it, like, oh hey, you made it on the BattleRekt tournament.
What team you play for? I play for whatever.
Oh
yes,
you were top 8.
Yeah.
So hey, maybe that's the lesson today.
And then you unrightfully say, oh, that was me. Yeah.
Then that's going. I mean, that's on you at that point.
If you want to be a liar,
if you want,
no one can stop you.
If you want to lie, that is something that you got to bury that.
High risk, high reward, right? Is the lie worth the risk of getting caught? Is whatever your reward
is the reward better than the consequences?
Yes.
Those are the things you have to weigh.
I'm not going to blanket say some people are better for making some choices, right?
Yeah, you can't give me one historical instance where someone made that mistake poorly and it caused damage. Can't. You just can't do it.
Not one. I want to see one.
I want to see one.
I want to see one. And again, if it's your first time, welcome.
Welcome to BattleRekt.
Sorry about our little complications earlier, but we're back. We're here to have some fun. Is your chair higher than mine? I feel like you're taller than me.
Yeah, right here.
And I don't like being
I'll even
taller than.
Is that? I like the way you say that.
Taller than?
I will not be taller than today.
You can verb anything.
Can you?
If you add an ed or ing to the end of it. Everyone knows. So this is an interesting
get
topic.
Card.
Yeah. You just got card. There's an interesting topic that has always kind of touched
your cerebral cortex.
Yeah, yes, my brain.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there. Somewhere rattling up in this mess.
Yeah.
Words and things that are like in the dictionary. Technically, as far as I'm concerned, if I know what you're trying to say, I'm cool with it.
Sure.
You can make up whatever word you want.
You can misspell things.
I don't like getting taller than. You all know exactly what I meant, especially in that context.
The intention is there.
So there are some people out there like, this guy's an idiot. Taller than is not a word. And there's everyone else like, I know what he means. Technically, we only speak to communicate ideas, so what does it matter if it's a made-up word?
All right, let us know in chat if you find yourself on the side of carpet at that, or if you find your side on the side of Oxford.
And intellectual people.
Intellectual Oxfordians. So, let's go into the draft, which is next. It is going to be Alam Alkek versus Question Mark. Hot Biscuit, Ashka picking that one up to start. Let's see what Question Mark will see. I don't know. We've seen Question Mark. I know Bloodsassin, the most common boy, and
We've seen Bloodsassin.
Has their name been Question Mark, or is that a new team?
I think it's a new team name. I don't know. They change their names all the time. We're going to see Jolts on Shifu, Blanked on Lucy, Hot Biscuit, guess what? He's on Ashka. You know it. Blood Assassin on Jamong, the most common boy. Paloma, which we saw a little fall off on Paloma after the last patch.
I don't think, I think last week there were multiple matches we didn't see her at all.
We saw less Paloma than other supports combined, which wasn't the case prior.
Which is awesome.
It was like,
it's cool to see that the meta is continually changing.
For a while, it was like if we didn't see a Paloma, it's like, oh, trying something new. Oh, this is cool. Someone's trying something.
And they're like, we're going to go back to Paloma.
Yeah. But it's good to see that people are kind of veering from it. There were some changes made to her and others that made others stronger, and her not as powerful in certain aspects.
Mainly the BattleRekt that reduced damage on the spacebar for allies. It doesn't now do as much. It went from 40.
Phantasm, I think.
Phantasm went from like 40% to I think 35 or something. We check it out. I'll check it out. Right now.
It was something. It dropped enough to make it not as strong.
It went from 40% to 33%,
which is a pretty significant drop. That's like what 6 to 9%.
Yeah, something like that. That sounds. I mean, I'm not a mathematician here.
It's definitely right.
But that sounds right.
Would you rather be always almost right in that way, where like you can only give ranges, or like only right
sometimes
60% of the time?
Only almost right.
You're literally always like right, but you're never on target.
Well, so I'm gonna say no, because what if I say like to someone, I love you? I'm never going to be. It's never going to be.
You can't say that. It's like I like to love you.
I would love to love you.
I really like you and potentially love you, but I don't know yet.
But I can't be sure.
I can't be sure.
That sounds like a living nightmare.
So does being wrong 40% of the time. That sounds terrible.
Like you just don't know? Are you like oblivious to it?
Yeah. You're still just like, oh yeah, just take a right on that street. You're just way off.
Super. I feel like you would get locked out of your accounts so much. Like all your passwords.
Oh, constantly.
Like you'd always have to get like forget your password, because like it's like, hey, you've tried too many times. Too many failed attempts.
Those people know you well.
Yeah.
People you have to call.
Yeah, they're like,
oh, here he is again.
There it is, Carpet, calling back. All right, BattleRekt versus question mark. This is quarterfinals numero dos. This is going to be the last quarterfinals we show before we move on to the semis, and that's right, we do everything today. Quarters, semis, finals. We are declaring a winner here for week number 6. And this one has begun. Listen to that jungle music. So
the jungle music.
Right now, Paloma back in the back line, missing the panic. A good job. The counter not being hit either from Jolts, who's got to run back, and he's going to take a lot of damage doing so. His immaterial was down.
Unfortunate. The incapacitated got broken immediately by an Ashcan 1. Thorn is just staying back there. He refuses to retreat, but the panic forces him to. Right back to the team. Might have been helpful for him. Looks like that's where he was heading anyway. The Q going to miss Ashka. Hot Biscuit using that space bar. Now he's got to be careful. Seeker's Mark going through. Meanwhile, up in the top, Blanks again, panicking out Thorn. Look at that entangled in the Paloma ultimate, pulled back in. He took the damage. He took the damage from the second trigger, and Jolt is actually just going to go down. He can't handle the two between Jamong and Paloma. It's such a sticky group between other sides, between Panics, between Jamong's Prowl and his double space bar, his Rain of Arrows, his trap. What's a Shifu to do? Right now, Hot Biscuit got to be careful. Just barely staying alive, getting pulled back in. He's going to fall. It looks like question mark. Pick up round number 1. I'm not gonna lie, when I go against Jamong and he uses a DXM2, where it hits you 3 times, the last one if he built the stun, if he's built into the stun, it'll stun you. But like hearing the gunk gunk, like I get anxiety because I know what's about to happen. Oh, it looked like that came out in slow motion. It looked like weird. Am I seeing slow motion again? Oh, I gotta go back to the doctor. I hate when this happens. I hate when I start seeing in slow motion. When my heart rate peaks at 300. There we go. Per second. 3 orbs over on the side of question mark. That's big. BattleRekt not finding a single center orb there that entire round. We'll see if it just seemed like the pressure from Thorn was doing a great job keeping Blanks occupied, right? So Blanks wasn't allowed to heal Jolts or Hot Biscuit, was continually just trying to panic away or roll away from Rutha. Ideal situation. Jolts gets a nasty incapacitate, followed up by an Ashka stun and some M2 bolts to try and get some maximum health damage off of him. Oh no. Posting a selfie, Shifu, he was able to, oh, there's the double incap, but it's too late. Ashka's already caught off guard by Thorn. Thorn's doing a great job of keeping their damage at bay. Another counter not hit, more selfies posted by Jolts. Wow, and here we go, we talked about those 2v1s, and Thorn, comparing Shifu to Freya, just taking more damage than Thorn in these 2v1s. He has a better time at
negating a lot of health. He has a heal, he's got the
three
burrow.
on Lucy. She's got to get out of there. The pull just missed. That was good. She was able to get out of a seriously dangerous situation.
Hibiscus got the ultimate here, but no one else on his team does.
Oh, Jolt might go down here. I don't think he has any material left. He's waiting for the moment, and he's going to get ulted. Ooh, the in-cap and panic come at the same time. He survives just a bit longer. Meantime, Ashka has an ultimate in the barrel, as does Lucy. He gets pulled out of the Paloma ultimate. Almost dies before he gets it off. Only gets damage on the Paloma.
Wow. Look at that goo. You see a lot of good damage there on Rutha. 54% though on question marks. They are overall a healthier team right now. Everyone's starting to stabilize, building up that energy, looking for those ultimates. I thought for a second there that Hibiscus was going down. He survives. He manages to kind of reset. He's in the back. He is the lowest.
No value in damage on that Paloma ultimate. Jolt has an ultimate. He's saving it for the orb. Nope. He got the orb, and now he's going to try and take out one. Can he get Jamong? No. His immaterial's down. Nothing but his counter left. The double in cap, double petrify stun.
An ultimate falling up there from Hot Biscuit.
Goes down.
Wow, they might find a cross kill here, though. Paloma is so low. Hot Biscuit notices their opportunity. They do find the cross kill, but not onto Paloma.
Can they get the kill? It's all up to Lucy to try and keep Ashka alive. The WASD, he dodges the M2s from Thorn, stays alive, snags the orb for his team. This could be the situation for Ayla Malkek to snag this round. Paloma's had to use the other side. Now would be an opportune chance to engage, but Ashka doesn't want to use his escapes like that.
Oh, look at that panic read just as Rutha was coming around the side. Now Ayla Malkek on the higher end of the health, 34% to just 19 on question mark. These center orbs are now going to be huge for both these teams. Who's going to pick it up?
Amazing.
Goes over to question mark, so that is going to be a big win for them. Other side, though, that is down. Panic. They're not falling for it. The goo goes through into the ultimate. The bar pass coming out.
Oh, the EX
Oh, it's like, where did they go?
Pulls them out. The EX base from Thorn again. We see the clutch mode come in. No more pull, no more engage from Thorn. He just has to sit there and take the M1s from Ashka. That leaves Paloma all alone. Can she get some amazing panics right now? Or is she just going to go down? She got one, but then she goes down to an M1 from Ashka. Too many cooldowns to deal with. And Ayla Malkek are going to snag around, tying it up 1-1.
Watching that Hibiscus petrify into the stun, into the ultimate, that really turned that around for them. Everyone was down in the corner. It seemed right in the beginning, question mark, when they were splitting off from those 2v3s were winning it, but once both teams kind of settled back and went into that standoff on either side of the map, Ayla Malkek just found better opportunities to capitalize on damage.
Small situation where they lost a little bit of value. You had the double in cap from Shifu, then followed up by a petrify from Lucy, which actually gave them a little bit of shield to protect them from the combo from Ashka following after. I think it was just a little bit of spur of the moment. I think the projectile was just launching from the petrify just as the incapacitated landed. So just sometimes it's a little mistiming. It's super hard at this high speed. Another selfie. They will just not hit Jolt's counters. They know better than that.
Yep. And right now the 2v1's actually not really happening. It's just Jolt's going behind the enemy lines, trying to get up in their face, keeping everyone at bay.
Already got his ultimate. Look at him go.
Wow. Counter now being hit. See if he can find any sort of value using that new material. So now he's got to run away. Smart. Both of his escapes are gone, but look, he's done the damage.
Ooh, the entangle straight into the firewall. Ashka really bodying himself off. Hibiscus doing a good job of trying to keep as much health as possible, and they'll snag that orb. Jolt again. Now he knows he's got time. He's got cooldowns. He can try and punish.
Yeah, everyone likes to build up for the ultimate. So Paloma's got it. Hot Biscuit's got the ultimate. Lucy's got the ultimate.
This is good. Thorn can't find that engage. He just used his spacebar. He's waiting for it again. He's probably going to Barb Husk very shortly. No, he's going to burrow again first, which means he's vulnerable to an ultimate from somebody right now. Blue team snagged it. There's the Thorn ultimate. Shifu ultimate as well.
Panicking out of the Paloma ult. They're not going to get the snare or damage. And it looked like Rutha had to use that Thorn ult to actually escape.
There it is.
Going through, and look at that damage. Thorn going down. Ayla Malkek doing a good job lining up those ultimates. And that's what we've seen. Again, you talked about how to marry two people's ultimates together so it's a lot better than just one. And we've usually seen blanks or someone who's not Ashka, who's in Esmo, do it where they use the ultimate to force those space bars, force those movements, and then Hot Biscuit comes in and lands his ult, knocking them up, getting that damage. And Ayla Malkek gonna find round number 2 here. This time, Orb's going in their control, 94% overall on top.
It is easy to look at a missed ultimate and assume it found no value, but you need to make sure you look at the bigger picture. What kind of cooldowns did it force?
Yes.
If it forced no cooldowns, then yes, you got no value. Unless you potentially force somebody to walk into a place where you could then get more damage on them. But you'll notice a little bit of damage on the Lucy ultimate, but it essentially just forced Thorn to walk into Ashka. Very easy for him to then land that ultimate and follow up for the final blow to get the kill onto Thorn.
Jolt's getting that high score there, rocking that BattleRekt Salt Miner title. All the way back from those OG BattleRekt days. And here we go. ALMLK picks this one up. They're going to take map number 1. A panic there onto Ruth. They got to be careful, dodging the stun. And now we've got the 2v1s. And last time we saw this, it was ALMLK who would lose, and they are losing again. Jolt has got to be careful. 33 HP. Let's see if Question Mark's going to chase for him. No, they're going to let him go. Meanwhile, they're just going to turn their attention to Hot Biscuit. They've got the damage. They know the melee is gone. And look at this. The swap goes through. So much ruthless. Back-to-back pressure onto ALMLK. And Shifu is going to go down. And I was going to say, when Question Mark was winning these, it's when they went to these 2v1s. ALMLK, if they want to win this, it seems like they cannot let their Shifu 2v1.
I think Shifu has a kit to mitigate enough damage to deal with 2 people for a certain period of time. But obviously that time expires when he's trying to rotate certain cooldowns. And if you'll notice, Question Mark knows better than to hit those counters.
Yeah.
I think all map we've seen 2.
Maybe 2 hit.
Maybe 2. Potentially another one that didn't really have as much value. But overall, they know better than to hit that counter. So when he uses his immaterial, his spacebar,
that's it.
I think it's Fleetfoot. That's really the only mitigation that he's been able to find. Then he's kind of relying on the barrier, his iframes potentially from his javelins.
Everyone in the audience is pumped. This is the final round here on map number 1 between these 2 teams. Hot Biscuit rocking that Doge. Now let's see if the 2v1 happens. The 2v1s are happening again. But this time, there we go, Jolts.
There's the other side.
Changing the tactics.
He turned to Thorn knowing that he had no spacebar, which means there's good communication between the guys, because I don't know if Jolt's, I mean, he's definitely good enough to track it all, but it is a difficult thing when you're already trying to deal with 2 others in the back. So now Thorn is trying to match up this health desperation between him and Ashka.
Ooh, nice bar bust there by Rutha right after coming out of the Petrify, putting it up so that Hot Biscuit's M2 is not going to connect. Ultimate from Shifu, not going to find any value there.
Other side's down. Thorn knows better than to go in. He's got no other side to help him, and no more bar husk for a time.
Ooh. And also, when I say no value, ALMLK, though, does have center control. The orb's about to come up. It has spawned. Let's see who's going to be picking this one up. ALMLK found the first one. It looks like they're going to find the second one as well. Thorn's Q just out of range.
Clarity Potion pushing it just out of range from this pull. Nicely done by Lucy. Another selfie posted by Jolt.
All right, Hot Biscuit has the ultimate. There we go. Blank's ultimate goes through. There's the stun. Look for Hot Biscuit ult soon. He's using the 3M2s. Dashing in, no, he's just gonna wait. There's been too much time. Question Mark might have their escapes back up, but it doesn't matter. Ruth is taking a lot of damage. Jolt's back in the corner. The panic into the stun. The space bar is forced to be used, and there we go. He knew it was down. They find the corner. They separate the teams.
Other side will keep Thorn alive, but not a lot of energy right now on the side of Question Mark. They can't turn this around with ultimates right now, and Blue has mid control.
Wow.
Orb control will be huge for Question Mark if they stay alive any further into sudden death.
Yeah, 15 seconds until that death vortex starts coming in. And right now, if it does, I'm having ALMLK take this one.
Oh no.
Other side
stacking
and
up. That actually just ruined it.
Yep.
And then stacking up on the cooldowns.
I mean, you talk about it a lot when you have barriers or barb husk or other sides and you put them on at the same time, you see the massive loss of value. And that right there sped up Jumong's death. Not going to say it wasn't ever going to die, but it definitely did not help anything. And ALMLK is going to pick up round number 3 for map number 1.
Round number 3 for map number 1, and there's best of 3 with maps, and each one of the win score 3 on this Wednesday, European BattleRekt week number 5.
6.
Week number 6.
Week number 6.
I like adding long titles of things and then hashtagging them because I'm a cool dude.
Yeah. Are you the kind of dude that on social media platforms will do hashtag way too long?
I'll never hashtag
things.
I don't think I've ever hashtagged.
Not even like jokingly?
Maybe jokingly once or twice.
Like, you're like, hey, this is going to enhance this comedy.
Speaking of, I've noticed you guys have been quiet in the chat, and I don't like that at all. It makes me feel uncomfortable and depressed.
Hey, I have a question.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Quick chat. I'm going to tell you a story, and it has a call to action afterward. I need your help. I'm going through something, and I need to know what to do. So for Christmas, I got he knows the story. For Christmas, I got. I was asking my family and people just for like, hey, if you want to give me anything, get me Clamazon gift cards because I wanted to build a PC. And so my grandmother gave me a $50 Clamazon gift card. And I was going through and I was entering in all. I was going through all these gift cards.
I'll never figure out what you meant.
You don't think so? Putting them in, and I got to one and it wasn't going. It said it had already been redeemed. And I was like, whoa! Like I've never had this happen. I wonder if someone just got crazy lucky and just put in my code on accident, and now I can't redeem this. So I called up the support. This is like 2 weeks ago. I took a picture of the card, sent it in. They're like, we'll get back to you soon. They didn't get back to me. I called them again last week. Didn't get back to me. Called again this week, and finally yesterday I was on the phone. This guy said, hold on, puts me on hold, and he goes, hey, I found out the name of the person whose account this was already put on. I said, what's the name? Told me the name. It's my grandma's name. So my grandma gave me a gift card that she redeemed herself. So chat, the question is, do I tell her? Because I don't maybe I just let grandma have $50. You know, like she just doesn't know now, and on her account she has like, oh wow, I have $50. Where'd that come from? Or do I tell her as like the comedy of it? Like, I need your help. What should I do in this? If you were me, what would you do? That's just mine. All right. So fully recapping, while we read your responses, let's check out a replay of the moment I talked about, where some abilities got stacked. Now, luckily they were able to find some value out of it. But check this out. We're gonna see it double incapacitate. Coming up right now, bam, followed by a Petrify. Notice the projectile was already in the air. Now, the shield from the Petrify actually may have kept Paloma alive. They were able to get up the kills here anyways, and they were able to follow through because they were just all too low, and Lucy had literally a full bar of health. But that is where communication and understanding the rotation of your abilities gets so difficult, because you see how quickly that happened. Yeah. The in-cap, first of all, from Shifu is a very difficult animation to see. It looks like a normal spear swing, but it's got a big red sprite on it, essentially. So it comes across and just boom, it fans. She'd already channeled up her Petrify, her Petrifying Bolt, which I think is a slightly longer cast time. So you can't really put blame on either of them. It's just a matter of somebody announcing, I'm going to in-cap, I'm going to Petrify. They were probably trying to read it out, trying to figure out each other. To be fair, Shifu had just used his ultimate. So I could see, if I'm Lucy, not thinking that he had the energy to build up, but he built up so much because he just spacebarred and just started getting swings and M2s. He built up so much because of that immaterial that lets him stay in the fight that he was able to get the in-cap. But it worked out in their favor anyways, but that is the danger of stacking abilities. Yeah, also, it was that moment right there that Ayla Malkat got like even the field of percentages, just getting those two members caught, which is super helpful for them. So we are getting ready to go into our next map between these two teams. Again, this is our final quarterfinals match. First place taking home $350 at the finals, whoever wins that. Impact has won 4 weeks so far. Now we're on our 6th week, so 4 out of these 6 weeks have gone over to Impact. So they, I'm sure, are the favorite. Do not read this, or don't read this, I guess, today. Made it to the finals last week, so they were the kind of the head-to-heads here. But we'll see. Ayla Malkat has gotten close multiple times. And then 2-1-3. We saw 2-1-3 a few weeks ago play. Then we didn't see him for a couple weeks. Now he's back, and it seems like doing much better. I don't think they made it through the quarterfinals, and they already made it to the semis today, so congratulations to them. So a lot of, again, love seeing the new and love seeing the old. And one thing I don't think we mentioned a lot, but this is an ongoing tournament that is open to everyone. This is literally, right now you can go to battlefy.com/NGE-BattleRekt, and you can sign up.
Let's repeat that one more time because we don't have anything to put up for you. So I'm going to say this really slow. Put it in chat, too. I'm going to say it real slow because I think this is going to be humorous, and then I'm also going to put it in chat for you. https://battlefy, right? The word battle from BattleRekt, which is right behind me, but then FY at the end of it, .com, but then it keeps going, / or I guess backslash. Is that backslash? If it goes this way. That's backslash. So it's / that way. I should know these things. So
I did a backslash. It still worked.
Whatever. One of the slashes. Who cares?
It's a /
Battlefy.com / I'm just going to say slash. It's going to be vague.
You figure it out.
NGE, the 3 letters, followed by a dash or hyphen, whatever you want to call it. The little line in the middle, not the underscore, not the one on the bottom, the one in the middle. BattleRekt, which again is also spelled behind us. So get those together. I don't know if you put it in chat. I'm about to.
You do it. No, I'm reading everyone's comments, but my grandmother. We have Clappin says, I think your grandmother watches the stream, so what gives? It's true. This is a different grandmother. So my grandmother watches the streams on my mom's side. This grandmother was on my dad's side, but good catch out there. Someone said, I say propose. Someone says, marry your grandmother.
Interesting.
Someone says,
that's the solution. To get the $50 back,
you marry her. Someone said, this is a jailable offense. You should turn her into the authorities. That was Snowmex. Nice. Yeah, really. So basically, so I sounds like I turn her over to the authorities and marry her.
Yeah, so you're going first marry her, get the $50 back, then put her in prison.
Interesting.
Yes.
It's like this devious.
You want to make sure that you get your $50, dude. Like
the whole reason is getting this $50.
What are we gonna do without $50? Is enough to live on for at least a day.
And you can get a lot of things on that website that are eatable.
Eatable. See, again, not a word, but you all know what he meant.
But you all know what I meant.
So technically, he got the idea across to you. That's all language is, communication. But we're now ready to move on to our next draft for map number 2 between Ailmalkek and Question Mark. I suspect to see similar things. No, we won't. Blood Assassin starting off with an Esmo pick. Hot Biscuit and Blanks moving to Older, getting off of Lucy. I wonder if that's because he saw the Esmo, or maybe they just want to change things up. Maybe Joel to move to a different melee champion. The most common boy in Rutha up next, Paloma Baco, the boy. The boy Baco. Baco, Esmo, Paloma. I like the pressure. And Jolt on
wow!
Baco. This is like a dream for me.
This is a dream for you. Oh, and by the way, ladies and gentlemen, big announcement. This man to my right has a. You want to announce what you've?
It's not that good.
I think it's. Are you kidding me?
I still feel bad about it.
You hit Challenger.
Champion.
And roll the clip.
All right, that's it. Someone just unplug us again. Just take it out.
Hit champion in BattleRekt.
Sadly not in solo queue yet, but that's tough to do with only Baco.
It's tough. It's anything.
I'm D3 in solo.
It's insane.
But I got champion.
Congratulations, you're champion. I've been playing Xander, so I've been dropping hard.
Yes. New champion and one that finds difficulty in finding value without good teammates.
All right, here we go. Map number 2. Right now, Ailmalkek is up 1-0. I love the Baco v Baco action. And bringing in Older as well as a support. So the only thing that's stayed the same is Hot Biscuit. And also, wow, it's interesting. Yeah, so the range is the only thing that stayed the same on Ailmalkek, and the support is the only thing that stayed the same on Question Mark. So we'll see how these change-ups, what's going to be synergizing with what. Oh, Baco.
There it is.
Whoa!
The accent between the bulwarks.
That's amazing!
That always looks silly as hell.
That always looks so good.
All right, so Jolt needed to back out a little bit, losing some cooldowns in there. He's going to actually get the stun from the bulwark onto the other Baco. Other side is down, and Esmo has no space bars. So Jolt knows this is his time to go in, but he's going to find a difficult time trying to put damage on these two champions in the back line.
Yeah, Esmo doing a good job. His space bar should be up again. Meanwhile, Paloma taking a lot of damage there. Dropping down to 100. The jump, the end cap going in, just missing Paloma. There we go, the ultimate hitting 2 members of Question Mark. Other side forced to be out. Paloma does have her ultimate, but so does Older and Esmo. So there we go, the Esmo going up, forcing the space bar.
The end cap into 1. Paloma using a defensive ultimate on her own side. Blue team again. That's 2 orbs to none for them. Even if they are losing more health, they're still finding value. There's a double incapacitate, followed by a stun on Esmo, but the other side will save him. Paloma may have been the better option just to keep the other side at bay, knowing it was probably off cooldown by them, but difficult to track all those abilities. That was tough. I don't know if the Older ultimate needed to come with the in cap, but either way.
Red team Question Mark picking that one up, even though Hot Biscuit ulted right down the center for that orb. And now 57% on Ailmalkek to 39, so Ailmalkek still in the lead as far as HP. Over in the corner there, Paloma just healing up Esmo. 2v1. Baco having to jump back in and join.
Red team won the
I like it. Question Mark using the Esmo just to guarantee the orb. And that's again, I love that idea because you want to start closing that gap of HP as quickly as possible. If you just keep letting Ailmalkek have center orb.
Nice route. That also is very team thinking. I'll dedicate my 100% energy to give my team a total 75%.
Absolutely.
Because everybody gets 25%, and there's another incapacitate. And another orb that was a great engage by Jolt to try and secure that orb. He gets out of that Paloma ultimate, both offensive and defensive. And you'll see Rutha needing to drop back, get closer to the max health. There's a shield. Defend them from damage. Not an aggressive shield. Paloma nearly goes down to some ranged burst.
Yeah, Yeah, Older again. Though he has the support, he cannot forget that bomb damage he has on his M1.
Great ultimate through the panic. Nice
the
swap from
swap.
Paloma. Then the ultimate's actually going to come in and just take out Bako. Bako on Bako. Will Esmo be able to take him out? Wow. Paloma goes down. Esmo can't do the 3v1. And Ayla Malkek, after a gruelingly long round, will take down this first round.
Right now, it was cool seeing Hot Biscuit there. Ayla Malkek using that M2, keeping the using the knockback on it to keep Paloma out into the Death Vortex to make sure that that extra damage proc there. So good use of the Death Vortex there. And yeah, Ayla Malkek, question mark, just seemed to not be able to find any sort of center control that entire game. They were always pushed out on the side.
And the engagements from Jolts as Bako. He does have some good orb control, but it's always at a risk. So he jump in to get the incapacitate. Just remove at least one of them away from potential lineup on damage. You know, taking out the Esmo, who's got his big fat M2 he can potentially charge up. And then he can try and help take orb. So the good engages from Jolts helped him secure that orb, but now he's going to lose almost half his health right now. Oh, yeah. Just going to keep the fight in. You see Rutha just staying in as well. Ooh. Oh, there's the flick back. Full work. I don't even know what's going on.
No, so much in the center. There's the double in cap. Looking for the stun as well. The other side going to save him away as well as Esmo spacebar to jump out of there. Arcane Barrier can absorb it. There's the ultimate. Let's see if anyone has the spacebar. Oh, wow. I think damage did connect there onto Older. Blank's taking a little bit of that. Look at Hot Biscuit jumped out of there just in time. Bulwark now for Rutha is down. And Ayla Malkek tying the orbs up for this round 1-1.
1-0 to 1-0, but we're going to see 3 ultimates for Ayla Malkek. Here comes one. The ultimate on Oldur. He's going to stun it and ult it immediately. Bako's going to get bursted down.
Wow.
To nothing, and they can't get the kill. They can't get the cross kill on the Jolts.
Not only using the ultimate from Oldur for a defensive, but seeing the opportunity to instantly be offensive with it. If you guys aren't familiar with how Oldur's ultimate works, you get to target an ally, they disappear from the map, and then as the person who is vanishing, you get to choose where you come back in.
Within a range, but yes.
Within a range, yes.
Yeah,
there's a certain max range on it where you come back in, you stun, and so Jolts there was taken out of the Paloma ultimate, so he wouldn't take that damage. Then looked over and found they found Blood Assassin. Was it on Esmo? Stunned him, and then that stunned Bako just long enough for Jolts to then ult him into the wall.
Yeah.
So amazing value there for Ayla Malkek. Now they are one more round from moving on to the semifinals.
And those all 3 of their ultimates being used. Zashka had just used it prior. I think is what forced some mobility, especially out of that Bako. So he had nothing left to dodge the Older ultimate. They were able to get all 3 to burst him down to nothing, even if they were losing that trade originally. Bako space to space. Jolt's finding himself trying to stun him, but he's going to get even more punished.
Oh, the orb!
And red team secures it. Jolt is losing this trade right now, bottom and on the top side. Oh my God! And Paloma already has an ultimate. And then
my
into the wall.
gosh! The root into the knockback into the stun for the second tick of Paloma ultimate. Jolt is on 1 HP right now. How is he going to come back from this?
That is some serious value. Blank just can't get the heal. Jolt knows he needs to go, and he still finds some damage somehow. But Oldur might just go down here. Got the spacebar, got the shield, a little bit of heal from the spacebar from ultimate. But Ashka secures the orb for his team as well. That was huge for him. Ayla Malkek still has a chance. There's an ultimate for Oldur in the barrel. Not enough energy for question mark to be throwing out on the ultimates right now, but Rutho looks incredibly healthy.
That was just, I mean, it's one of those things that when that happens, you hear Ayla Malkek, and then things just keep going bad and bad and bad and bad.
Oh.
Wow, question mark picking that orb as well. That is not what Ayla Malkek needs.
Here it comes. No, he used it. I like that.
Yeah, got to get away.
They hadn't used enough mobility. He knows that if he'd gone in, he just would have died because everyone had their escape still. There it is, though. Oh, he almost found Esmo, but he couldn't. Little man on little man, he couldn't get the kill. Will Rutha go down?
Yeah, 25 damage there. He's got to be careful. He's got the bomb on him as well.
Wow. How'd they push this back?
Ayla Malkek looked like for a second they were going to be going down. The ultimate goes through.
He just barely gets out. Almost the same exact combo.
What is happening right now?
The boomerang axe, I want to see that again.
Right now both teams so close. Esmo goes off. Blanks goes down because of it. Let's see if Ayla Malkek can find a cross kill. Their support is gone.
And ult on Hot Biscuit, and there's anyone that can find value on an Ashka ult, it's him. But they probably know this. It's a 2v3, so you don't want to make any sudden moves or use too many of your escapes.
Question mark doing a good job. They got to be careful. There are some little greens down there. Jolt's is going to pick him up, getting some health back.
There's the E. Now we're waiting for the spacebar from Bako. Red team gets the orb. Ashka wants to ult Bako so bad, but he won't use his mobility.
1, 2, 3. There's the spacebar. There's the ultimate. He finds finds him! He finds Baco! There is the cross kill. It's a 2v2. They get out of the Esmo ultimate.
The firewall! Firewall to protect him, but not long enough. It's all up to you, Jolts. You don't have enough energy. You can't bulwark the Siphon and Esmo.
Wow.
Well played by him.
Question mark. What an amazing game from them. There were so many combo setups with the ultimates to get ALMLKek in such tricky situations. It put them on the back foot. Now, again, credit to ALMLKek. So many times it looks like they were out of that fight. They managed to come back. They even managed to get a cross kill after their support had been gone for 30 seconds. But, question mark, ultimately finding that victory. And I'm just saying, again, as ALMLKek, when those things happen, you go down to 1 HP, and then you miss an ultimate, it's just like, gosh, this day sucks right now.
Yeah. it's just one of those days.
It just gets,
earlier that round, I think Rutha bulwarked a battle axe into Old Door's dome, and then went back into his Borg, and then he put it back into the sphere, and it just like bounced back and forth between them. It was pretty funny.
That's amazing.
Little boomerang axe.
All right, so question mark. They found the orb here again. They might come back here. They want to go to the semifinals just as bad as ALMLKek.
They need to win this. They're down by 1 map right now. So if ALMLKek take this, they'll move on to the semis. Question mark. Need 2 maps right now in their favor. They need 2 rounds just to win this first one.
It is a
nice damage from Esmo. Already building up to his ultimate, forcing mobility and getting the orb. Nice timing from him. They were too busy trying to run away from the ultimate to actually put pressure on the orb.
All right, right now the Most Common Boy has his ultimate on Paloma, as well as Blank, so both supports team have their ults. Paloma's going down, and Blank's got to be careful. He used some of energy, so he does not have an ultimate available to him anymore. Trying to get that Petrify onto Rutha.
Jolt's saving the ultimate. Here it comes, uses the orb, pushes
it into
Paloma.
Oh my gosh!
Who then gets ulted by Ashka. The Blood Axe is going to take her down. There's the combos.
Holy Moses right there, ladies and gentlemen. That was some damage. Not only did Jolts get the orb, but he also hit Paloma while Hot Biscuit hit Paloma. Was it that knockback from Jolts' ult that didn't give Paloma any opportunity to get out of there? Was there just that small amount of time that let Ashka connect?
I'd need to see if the stun from Baco is actually what held her in place for the Ashka ultimate, or she just didn't have her other side, because essentially she didn't have enough time to spacebar.
That was insane.
She didn't have enough time to spacebar because it has to get to its destination, then she has to press it again. So she would have gotten hit even if she had that off cooldown. It was the other side she needed. So I don't know, maybe they just knew that was off cooldown, but I love they used the orb to get to Paloma. It may have done reduced damage, but he got the orb anyways. Right. And I heard someone I heard you.
We hear you through our
Every time I
eyes.
look in the chat, I just hear, and I hear all the, no. But anyways, I read what you said, and you had a quick question. How does the orb work? And I wanted to just iterate.
Do it.
The last hit on the orb is how you get value. It was originally called a rune. I think it's kind of switched to the orb, maybe a little bit of both. Either way, it's the last hit that matters. Whichever team gets the last hit, your whole team individually will get 25% energy, which is a quarter to your ultimate. In case you don't know percentages and ratios. Don't know. I don't know your education level. And nor do I care. I just want to help you learn. I'm not here to judge. And then on top of it, I don't know if you've noticed, but as you lose health, you start to lose permanent maximum health. You can only have a 40 health difference between your current and your max, so you'll start to lose max as well. Then you can only get healed up to wherever that land is, wherever that cap is. The orb will give you a little bit of current and a little bit of max back.
As well as a little,
and to your whole team as well.
As well as the little green orbs you guys see on the ground.
Yes, little green orbs do the same exact thing.
Only way to get max health.
Yeah.
So that's how the orb works. So it's a pretty prime objective. It's the only objective really in the game, other than your opponents and those little orbs. But it is not a necessity to winning, because we've seen a lot of teams lose 4 orbs, 5 orbs, go 5-0, and still win. You just got to figure out how, if you don't have center control, how to make sure you get that energy and that damage back.
Snagging a replay from that old door ult into an Ashka ultimate, I believe. Apparently I called for it. I don't remember half the things I do.
Let's find out.
Does my subtle throw to that one. We'll see how this pans out. So I think this, okay, so this is when all the ultimates got used. Everyone's ultimates are going to get used right here, I think. So we're going to see the Ashka. Oh, this was just all of them. Sorry, Baco ultimate. Okay.
All right, let's go back now. All right, rewind it.
Rewind.
Rewind. We're going to see if the stun from Baco is what kept Paloma in place for Hot Biscuit's ultimate to hit. So here we go. Perfect.
Was other side used? That's the other big thing. So I think other side just came down on Esmo.
Look at
Jolts lines up with the orb. He wants to try and take it. So he pushes it. Bam. There's the stun.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
She was still stunned.
Holy
took the full
snap.
Ashka damage. You'll see how long it took her to finally realize what's going on, get the EX swap, but then still goes down to a Blood Axe from Baco. Yeah, the Baco into the Esmo. So that is the combination, and that's timing. he was channeling as Baco was rushing out there, and I like using the orb again. You only do, I think it's the 25 or 35 damage when you get to your destination as Baco. I should know this.
I think it was 35 because we watched that crazy.
Oh, yeah. So it's 35 on hit, though.
And then when you...
It's another... I should know these things. I don't know why I can't.
Well, it's just so ingrained in you that you just see the health.
I just know, like, is that enough to murder? Yeah, do it.
Exactly.
I'm going to try and look it up real quick.
While he's looking that up, again, congratulations to BattleRekt for moving on to the semifinals. Question mark. Congratulations for making it here. Good to see you guys again. Like the name changes. Hope to guys see you in the following weeks. We're going to run some highlights here as we figure out that damage.
I think it's, what, like 18?
It's a little...
There's 18 when you get there and then stunned. So he didn't get as much raw value. It's 35 when you make physical contact with somebody on the push. And then when you get there, you hit them into an enemy or a wall. It'll stun them both and deal AoE damage to those at the end.
Oh, VR. It's VR guy. It's so good to have you back.
We missed you last week.
Look at this death vortex. It looks so good. Oh man, what happened? It was like someone got rooted by Esmo and then knocked back into a oh, it was up on top where someone got on Hot Biscuit's team rooted by the Esmo. Paloma ultimate was down. Baco stunned him into a wall. Ultimate went off and it just like melted. I think blanks went down that time. It was just beautiful watching the beautiful synergies there. A lot of fun wombos for that last match.
There were a lot of combos there, especially ultimate combos, and that's we hadn't seen that as much in early battle, right? People would kind of line things up. People were learning the combos. Like the biggest notable one was Croak and Jade. A Croak incapacitate into a Jade snipe to get maximum damage, maximum value, right? It's a lot easier to snipe somebody when you know they can't go anywhere. Yeah. And now people are starting to save their ultimates for that prime moment with their teammates, which I think is huge, as opposed to just, hey, how can I get the most damage out of this, right? For a while, it was just, I know I can ult, and I know I can get value out of this, and then hopefully you guys can follow up. Right. But now it's like, okay, I can ult, and you can ult, and you can ult. Cool.
Let's all do it together.
Let's just delete someone.
Everyone gets an ult.
Completely deleted.
Yeah.
Was I told Bracket was ready?
Yeah, you were.
I was told Bracket was ready. Check it out. Quarterfinals are done. We only saw 2 of them here on stream. One of them was a little bit shortened due to a couple of complications. But we have all the results here for you. Don't read this. Taking down Team 7-2-0. We just saw BattleRekt taking on Question Mark, and we watched Imperium take down whatever, and Impact taking on the Incorrigible Egoist. We don't have to Google them anymore and figure out what their name means because they lost 2-0.
Well, here, so looking at going to the semifinals, everyone has won 2-0. So will these be closer matches, or will these continue to be 2-0s? Only one way to find out. We potentially have a repeat of last week. Impact up on top. Don't read this on the bottom. We might see a repeat of last finals.
Statistically, that also means that every team right now is exactly equal.
They're all equal.
They're all
in the bracket size.
I mean, technically, if we're just going
literally.
Oh my God!
And then what would happen there?
That just not happen to you?
Oh, did something happen?
Yeah, nothing happened to you.
Nope. Something
just happened on air. I'm happy it happened, but it caught me off guard.
Cool.
Music just started in my ears.
Oh, I haven't had the awesome, sweet guitar music this entire time.
Oh, rip your life.
Yeah.
Rip your life.
Yeah, my entire. It's pretty great. It's just been dead silent up here. it's just
like really, when I get home and lay in bed.
Quiet.
Which is
whoa!
Yeah, there it is. You can see us slowly getting back to
color.
Full speed.
Color back to my face. Movement in my limbs. Baby, it's BattleRekt. We're going on a break.
Oh yeah, we're about to go on a break. Starting to put you up here, just to throw you back down into the ground.
Hopefully, I'll give you enough to come back.
We now know who is on our semifinals. When we come back, we will show you both of our semifinals.
I feel like we're talking louder.
Yeah, we are probably. I'm gonna have to talk a little bit quieter. We now know which 2 teams are in our semifinals. We're gonna get to that. Remember, same exact format. So look forward to that. When we come back, we're going on a short break. I gotta get some water in me and maybe use the restroom. So you do the same.
You do the same,
please. Welcome back to
Nice
BattleRekt.
timing, guitar guy.
Yeah,
Ending the song right as the break ends.
he knows.
Well done.
I don't know how he's done it for this many weeks.
Yeah, 6 weeks. We should do a statistic on. We should just take pictures of his bones, and just like X-rays.
Technically, X-rays are just pictures of bones. That's a weird way to word it. So we got a little thrown off earlier when we had some complications, so I missed out on some raw entertainment value, and by that I mean some fun facts.
Did you know that if you press hard enough on your belly button, it will send signals to your brain that you have to urinate?
Ooh.
True or false?
True or false, ladies and gentlemen?
People,
what do you think?
It's actually really easy to figure out. People are just like, oh.
This one's going to be easy. True. Whoa. Or maybe it's like, maybe I just don't have to pee.
True.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe not.
Maybe not. So I thought I'd had a little bit ago, right before we get started into our semifinals.
Tell me.
What is the 2018 equivalent of the old school, like, leather jacket, cool car look?
Cool car?
You know, like, back in the day, you know, you had, like, your cool haircut,
Like
leather
Grease.
jacket. Yeah, like the cool people in greasers.
Right.
What is, because that was cool at the time.
Right.
That was like, everyone wanted to look like
Yeah,
those
yeah,
people.
yeah.
Greasers sounds negative to be honest. Not a great term.
But they did it.
What is the 2018 equivalent of that?
Okay.
What do most people look at and like, that's cool.
Like that's what I want to
I
look
want
like.
to look like that guy.
Because it's true to think about. Like again, back in when the time that greases were a big thing. That
Back
was,
in the day.
Back in those days when we you know our parents.
when people use lantern by light.
It's like that again. That was normal. Like that was not even questioned. So today the things that we are seeing people wear like this, like button-ups.
Yeah.
What if this in like 20 years? Like, can you believe people wear button-ups?
Can you just look at that
like,
guy's
like they look like idiots.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you never know. You
Yeah.
never know. So
Can you believe that guy sculpted the hair on his face on purpose?
and then just let it go.
And he thought it looked good.
Yeah. So yeah, you let us know. What do you think is the 2018 equivalent of greasers?
Yeah.
As we go into our bracket, we are into the semifinals as Carpet announced. Quarterfinals are done, and the people who have moved on week number 6 for EU have been Impact, Imperium, Lamel Keck, and Don't Read This. So up first, we're going to be watching Impact versus Imperium. Impact, again, reigning champions. They won last week. They've won 4 weeks now. If they win this, they'll win 5 of this. They have won the majority of the weeks. And even watching last week against Don't Read This, it was 5-0s. Or sorry, 5-1s I think for both their maps. They just seem like they are just a tight team.
Getting straight into the draft. Let's just see what's going to happen on our first map. Impact against Imperium, the Imps. The Imp teams, God of Unlucy. We'll see what Srimea and Fu. Is that how you pronounce that? Shaq Fu. Oh, that's what I called him.
Oh, you call them Shaq Fu?
Yeah, the old game Shaq Fu. And I think I can say that game. I don't think there's much competition in this one. I think I can talk about Shaq Fu. Dizzler on Thorn and Vague on Destiny. There it is again, which we see them pull so often. And then 2-1-3, 2-1 on Thorn as well.
2-1-3, 2-1.
2-1-3, 2-1.
Yeah. Is that him? That's the
Yeah.
question. So we've got the Destiny Thorn. Seeing Thorn coming back here. It was fun. Again, watching last match, 2 Bakos, not a single Thorn. So just as Paloma has become a lot of a stable support early on, it also seemed Thorn was becoming that kind of go-to melee that a lot of people were using. So when you see matches without him, it's like, oh, all right, let's see how things are going. So both Thorns in here. No Palomas. Got the Lucy since the buff from last week's patch. So a lot of people using Lucy again, which is cool to see. And Destiny. I don't think we saw Destiny at all last week.
Destiny took a pretty big hit in the last patch,
Yeah.
which I think when you really look at why certain champions are played more often, what you really need to look at is how easy and or hard is it for me to get value out of any single ability, and what kind of value does that dedicate to my team? What kind of value am I spreading? The love. Essentially, think of
your abilities as love.
Yeah, I'm spreading the love to murder 3 others.
Let me love you with this. Let me ulting love you. Yeah.
Yes. Ulting love you sounds like you're not cursing. I'm gonna ulting love you.
I'm gonna ulting love you right now.
And you can't stop me. You know why? Because I've got so much energy right now. I'm full up on energy. I can't even gain anymore. I'm gonna ulting love you.
That's
There's a bit by Final Carpet, and it's never gonna happen again.
I loved it. Starting off right in the way. Look at that. Burrow going in. Dizzler knowing what he wants.
Also, that's not Thorn. That's Bako.
I'm sorry. That is Bako. Wait. 2-1.
All right, I'll take it.
That 2-1-3. You're not on Thorn. You're on Bako.
I like it.
And you're doing a lot of damage. Your non-stop aggression.
Oh, the Petrifying Destiny was great to slow down the damage, but they couldn't get the orb. Blue team snagged it. There's an ultimate from Lucy. Gives almost getting the pull. Thorn nearly got crazy value on that. He's building up his ultimate. One more M1. He's got it now, but he gets panicked away.
Here we go. The ultimate from Jumong. A counter! Ulting into a counter has got to feel like the worst thing since unsliced bread. And now that is going to be Bako falling on the side of Imperium. See if there's a cross-kill opportunity here. A nice flick from Fake there. Looking to go into Jumong. Prowl going down. Jumong's going to be in some trouble. Just getting M1'd to death. Just like that. Impact going to take the first round. And yeah, 2-3 not on Thorn. We've got a Bako. How's he doing? Doing well. So,
What are you thinking?
I'm just thinking of that Jumong ultimate into the counter on Destiny. Just feels bad.
What feels bad?
Jumong ulted into a Destiny counter. Ugh.
Yeah. That's there's some raw value when you talk about it. Q for an ult.
People in chat saying Destiny is pretty good, pretty fast.
I mean, she's still very strong, but definitely she doesn't have an easy of a time getting raw value. Oh my God, that Barb Tusk. Eating up that panic. The barrier's down. What does Lucy have left? Just nothing.
Wow.
There's the roll.
Wow.
Thorn is literally just doing whatever he wants. And then he gets the entangle.
Into a double pull!
He is single-handedly destroying the backline of Red right now.
Now over on the other side, though, looking at Bako, 2-3, doing a good job back there onto Vague, keeping them and Godav pretty busy. The ultimate almost taking out Destiny. There we go. Jumong
There's the
finishing
cross
off
kill.
Destiny.
He only got damage on Bako. Can he get the kill here? Oh, he's got a 3v1 with no energy left.
Yeah. I mean, Dizzler, like you said, doing a fantastic job, but meanwhile, the rest of his team just was not able to handle the pressure. The pull into the stun, to the ult, into the knockback, into the E, into the death. A lot of death there. Imperium going to come back and find a round of their own with all three members up against the previous champions. That is not a small, it's not a small feat.
No. It is not a small feat.
It's a large feat.
It's the largest of feats. Size 28.
This is a 28 men's feat right here.
I feel like out of context, it sounds, even though I knew what you were talking about, it still sounds really wrong. Like, not wrong in an inappropriate way, just like doesn't make any sense in my brain.
Yeah. Maybe that's
trying to process that.
Attention thing. Here we go. Dizzler going back in this time, not going for Lucy. Deciding to go there for Jumong. He's taken out.
Incredible amounts of damage right now. Prowl is now down. Barb Tusk is now down as well. He's going to spacebar and stick on a Bako, who's going to just spacebar and gets the incap on a Destiny, but it gets broken by an M1 from Lucy.
Red team won the
Panic
orb.
now, 2-3 running out. He's got to use that spacebar to just jump in, but he does get the impact into the stun again from that patch. Now as he has a stun attached to it, which is, as you can see, extremely helpful. Jumping in the Jumong ultimate. Oh, Godav just WASD in that. Almost as bad as hitting the counter.
I don't know what feels worse, hitting a counter or just missing somebody who's walking.
Red team has
Rain of
taken
Arrows
the
helps
orb.
secure the orb.
Oh, Destiny rolling around, finding Bako. Gonna ult through. Wow.
Oh, there's some ultimate value there as well. 40 plus the M2 for the silence, following it up with another M1, which is 15 on top of that.
Yeah.
Blue team wins the round.
Impact this time fighting more again, not doing those 2v1s, but this time doing the focus changing. And this is something I want to bring up because it's something that I still, as I play BattleRekt, struggle with, which is, at the beginning of games, you're playing with people and someone says like, all right, let's focus, let's focus Jade, or all right, we're gonna go against Destiny. Let's all focus Destiny. The problem with that is it's a huge part of this game is managing people's cooldowns and swapping focuses. And you see a lot of these top teams doing it. They'll dump a lot of damage onto a Lucy, and then all of a sudden you'll see them turn and go to someone else. You're like, what are they doing? Like, they almost had her. Well, the cooldowns are back up for Lucy, and the cooldowns for this other character are down. And so you've got to constantly cycle and just continue to win that value back and forth. Here we go. Impact one round away from picking up map number 1.
Barb Tusk gets clarity. I like that. And the Bako spacebar going 2 health left. A little bit of an overkill, but worth it for the orb. He's trying to take down Lucy. The panic's coming out. She tries to cancel it, thinking the bulwark. She couldn't bait it out. But now he's got to deal with the Destiny and a Lucy. He might just die here. The ultimate, he barely gets out. The barrier's down to protect him. There's some pinballing, that's for sure.
Yeah, pinballing not finding any targets. The pull through the wall. There's the Jumong ult. He goes for the orb. And Imperium does pick it up. The second orb this game. They got to be careful. If they lose this one, this map is lost. Let's see what they can do to try to come back, while Impact seems to just be absolutely owning them on all fronts. Another Lucy ultimate throwing through.
He got it. The E's done as well. He might go down here, though. Thorn got it. He gets the ultimate. He takes down Baco. He puts it right into the wall. He doesn't even come back.
No.
He figured he'd stay safe behind the Destiny wall. Now Jamong's going to go down. Impact will take the first map. Sorry, I don't have faith in you, Jamong, but that is not an easy comeback.
Yep, there we go. Impact 3-1 Imperium. Imperium did find that one round again when that 2v1 split off. Baco doing a fantastic job on the backline of Impact, but they decided to regroup, focus more on that team play. Karia says, you know, to the point of when you go to focus the sport, or then Rygon comes into the room. Yeah, that's also true. Also,
if there was a sitcom
and
you're hanging out in the living room, Rygon kicks on the door and says, "Go for the support!"
Everyone just jumps.
Yeah,
and the audience like, ha ha.
Or he's like Hodor, and that's all he can say. Go for the support.
His one
Go
line.
for the support.
Go for the support.
Go for the support.
That'd be
Go
really
for the support.
like, you know, like
Press space. Press space.
putting
Press
voice
space.
lines in that you can like actually trigger in the game.
That'd be so triggering. Then.
Absolutely. Well,
I
should be able to mute them.
I'm a little offended.
Uh-oh.
Someone just said the phrase,
Uh-oh.
Baco looks strong now.
Oh.
Son.
Let's just go to a replay. Let's go to a quick replay here. Baco dropping. So look, he did maybe not too strong. Okay, he does go down from the ult here from Thorn. Listen, you never talk about Baco poorly. Do you understand me? I swear to you, this is my grace I'm giving to you.
Baco's always been strong. Just not right now. As he dies.
just not when a giant thing of tree thorns are coming at him.
Yeah, of course he's the best, because I played him, and he's all I played. But yes, no, he got some changes.
Yeah.
And it really depends on how you played him. I think he's actually one of the few champions where almost every BattleRekt is viable depending on how you play him and what kind of team composition you're going
Interesting.
against. And when I'm saying one of the few, I don't mean a lot, and I know a lot of people say that their champion only has a couple that they pick.
Right, just like the go-to 5.
And there are very few BattleRekts for Baco that I've never chosen. I also like to change up almost every single match just because I find that more fun.
Yeah.
To alter my playstyle every time.
I think
see how
makes you more rounded.
It is a lot more fun. He essentially, the big change that happened to him last week on the patch was that his E now has his push has a built-in stun on the wall. Originally, he had to build into that BattleRekt.
So perfect.
But it used to be a 0.6 second stun that he'd build into. Now it's only a 0.45 second stun that is automatically there. So a bit of a pro and con. He can no longer get a fully charged M2 axe
while they're stunned,
which he used to be able to do. He could E M2, so he can get, if it was fully charged and he built in the BattleRekt, 33 damage to the face.
So,
that can't happen anymore. He can do the E1 into the charge, or the E into the charged M1, which he can pull off. So that has made him. So now he doesn't need to build into that BattleRekt anymore. It's been replaced with a snare instead and some bonus damage. Dizzying ram, I think, or dizzying push.
Let us know in chat.
And let us know. He's always been strong. That's all I have. No. In reality, I think he sometimes finds difficulty. He gets punished pretty hard. And I'm talking a lot about him because this is the champion that I play the most.
Yeah.
So it's the only insight I can truly give you as a Baco main.
Let's start. So, okay, someone we haven't seen yet. Chat, let us know how you guys are enjoying Xander. So Xander came out last week.
That is true.
And we have not seen him on the broadcast so far. He seems like it's been I've been having a hard time like figuring his place because he seems like a range. Was that bad copy?
It's just cold now. And I wasn't ready for it. I forgot that it's been sitting here.
It's a nice hot cup of water.
I could tell that it felt cold to the touch, but my brain just didn't process it. It's almost gone. Definitely not water. Xander, yeah. How do you guys like Xander? I know that a lot of the top players, especially the support mains out there, don't think he's very strong at the moment, especially.
We got a 2 out of 10.
I think he, and from what I've realized, and just looking at his kit, he heavily relies, and it will only be as good as his teammates.
It is a lot of combo potential combo setups.
Yes. It is essentially, oh, they're all sheep. They can't do much. Let's lock them down. Oh, I've put a damage booster debuff on them, just like Varesh has with his M2's Judgment.
Oh, I've teleported you wherever you want.
Oh, you're out of mobility? Here, let me give you another mobility.
Right.
Let's see, though.
It's like an other side. It's like it's kind of like an other side.
He definitely struggles because when he really, it is.
It's like
it
AOE
is the other
other
side
side
where you get to pick where you go and you can do everybody because they just get in line.
Everyone line up.
All right, no changes here, unless he's not a Thorn again, he's on Baco. But I've been told this is truly Thorn, so
Okay.
2-1-3 will actually be on Thorn this time. Dizzle on Thorn. No changes on Impact. This is kind of their team comp. While Destiny did take, when I'm calling it a hit, I hate using the phrase OP, underpowered, get nerfed, get buffed.
He does hate it.
She got changed, and the value of her abilities dropped slightly on some of them. Her EXM1 got an entire second off of how much she can actually just shield you.
Yep.
Her M2 radius, I actually said it wrong last time. I thought it was the distance, which I was incorrect with. It's the radius of her M2. The size of it got reduced as well. So essentially, when you really look at what makes Champion strong is what do I need to do to get value out of this ability? And I think that's where Xander's in a really weird spot right now, because all of his abilities rely on getting followed up with somebody else.
Yeah.
Or something else that he can do. So I think because of that, as an individual, he will never feel like he's, I'm saying never, at the moment, he doesn't feel like he's doing a whole lot. Or can do a whole lot because he's like, I turned him into sheep, but what can I do? Just poke him with some cards? But if you don't realize, if you put the arcane on them and you sheep them, and then somebody, Baco ults them, now you're looking at a free 80 damage, right? Yeah. So he's in an interesting spot, I think, just in the current meta of BattleRekt. But I'm curious to know how he's going to build up and where he's going to end up eventually. But we're going to see a panic onto Thorn, keeping him at bay. Thorn on Thorn action.
Starting now again, this is map number 2. Entangle nice. They're on to Destiny while she was spaced. Bull going in through. Feg doing a great job using that Mega Sphere, that Mega Orb. Grab center. Thorn already having the ultimate up. Look at that. Charged M2 right into 2-1-3.
And the barrier just a bit late, hoping that would bounce through. The Lucy ultimate to keep them even further at bay. Jamon going down to the barbed husk. AoE damage. Lucy then getting pushed through. This looked a little bit more like an Impact game.
Ooh, silenced out of that ultimate as well. 3 people still up on Impact. First round going over to them. People are comparing Xander to Chris Angel, giving him a 3 out of 10.
Wow.
Yeah. Chris Angel's a guy I haven't heard
hey, that dude held his breath for like 3 hours.
A long time. I remember when I was younger, I used to love watching Chris Angel. He had like a TV space. He floated above the Luxor.
I think it's just because like
he walked on a pool.
And then I don't know if it's truly him or just his character, but it's just weird. He's a weird guy. Whatever the character Chris Angel is, like he feels like if there was a real magician in the world, he'd act like that guy. I'm saying, yeah, there's a real magician, and his name is Chris Angel.
Yeah, he's real, all right?
All right, the barrier down on Jamon to protect him from damage. No longer a barbed husk there for Thorn. He's got just enough energy.
Ooh, the nice panic. He got the double pull, but he got panicked away. Not going to be able to follow up there. A nice entangle again. 2-on-3 is landing his entangles left and right. Regular space going on to Goddard. They're trying to distract Lucy. But look at Veg coming in to help his teammate, spacing him away. The buddy system.
Nice rotation on cooldowns. I like that, though. He barbed husk, followed by a barrier. Immediately probably calls for it as Lucy didn't have line of sight. There's the ultimate to take Thorn down. She tried to space him into it as well. They're going to secure the orb. This is just getting carried away right now. Impact slowly pulling ahead even further.
And there we go, 22% to 45 on Impact. Lucy going down, the support has fallen. Leaving just Jumong. Impact, look like they might just, right now as things are going, clean sweep. Imperium.
Let's talk about raw value. Xylent, talking about what makes Destiny a strong champion. A lot of it is just the raw value that she has with her abilities and kind of the ease of lining that up with her own abilities and with others, and how they can counter and deal with things. Like if she's going against a Shifu who she knows is going to counter, Mega Sphere. And then he's sitting there countering, then you can just get a charge M2 into your Mega Sphere, deal friggin' like 50 damage. You want to help out your team, you've got your EXE. You've got your wall, which helps your team, which just slows projectiles and stops them in their place until eventually it goes down and they get shot through. You've got a silence, or I guess a spell block on your M2. You've got a space bar. You move around like a madman, push somebody away. Yeah. You've got a counter where you can just eat fat projectiles with as well.
Very versatile kit.
Yeah. And when used in the hands of somebody that's incredibly good, she's going to find some value.
Dizzle right now, taking a lot of damage. Look at this, Jumong already has the ultimate. I thought he sniped the orb, but Impact picked it up first. But Imperium is starting this one out just on a stronger foot right now. Here we go. This is where 2-on-3 goes in for the backline. Let's see how long they can keep their own. Meanwhile, Dizzler's got his ultimate on Thorn. Goes over, gets stunned. Looks up, the ultimate going through, they can't jump out. What a nice combo there, Vig. Putting down the stun surge.
Ooh, he might be able to take out Destiny.
No,
No, but the ultimate again to a counter.
Yeah.
Fake being incredibly patient, just trying to slowly walk out of the Lucy ultimate. Thorn might be able to just 2v1 back here, or 1v2, I guess. The order really matters.
Destiny used
Lucy goes down. One shot will do. No! You're going to get bar touched by your own teammate.
Oh, the EX spacebar to dodge the ultimate from Jumong.
It's okay, 2 and 3, giving up on that fight. He barb tossed his own teammate as he was going to get the ultimate.
Blue team
Oh, there
has
we go.
taken the orb.
The ultimate goes through. Burrow's going to stop it. Impact going to take 2 maps to 0 against Imperium. Moving on to the finals. Congratulations to them. Imperium, congrats on making it this far to the semis and all through yesterday's bracket. We hope to see you guys in the following weeks. One thing that happened there, I like the combo. Vague on Destiny used Lockdown, Destiny's EXE. So if you leave it, you get stunned. Use the Lockdown on 2 members, and then Thorn just ulted over that circle.
Yeah.
And so it's like, okay, if you leave, you're stunned. Might as well just stay and take it. Like the only way to get out of that is to have like some sort of large mobility. So nice little synergy to
And
try home.
that again, like that synergy again is where you find that raw value. This is one of the abilities that wasn't used nearly as much when she had that built-in root into her wall. Or not built-in, but the BattleRekt root into her wall. But now that that's gone and it's just a heavy snare,
Yeah.
people are using her EXE a little bit more because they're finding sometimes in certain situations more value out of that. And that I've always actually loved that ability. I thought it was one of the coolest ones in the game because it has such good synergy with so many AoE abilities.
Yeah.
Imagine if you did that, her EXE, and then Ashka stunned on it. Like,
Ooh,
you know,
you're
and
done.
that's not even that much damage.
You're-
Just like
it's
I either
just-
get stunned or I get stunned.
It's guaranteed
Correct.
CC.
What do I do?
Yeah.
And then on top of it, if they stay in it and then get stunned, you can then push them through and stun them again. You can also push them back and forth through that ultimate. I once, with a Destiny EXE, stunned somebody 3 times, which is actually really
that's
funny.
amazing.
They walked out of it, I hit them, then I space barred them. I used her roll, pushed them all the way across, they got stunned again, and then my teammate Thorn pulled them all the way back through again, they got stunned again.
That's so good.
Yeah, we didn't really get a lot of damage because they were just moving around a bunch, but it was still funny.
Yeah. So let's take a look at a replay here. We've got a 1v2 with Thorn on the 3rd round there, the last one. Jizzler going in. He gets a kill. Smacking. Who was that? Was that
He's just getting heals.
Lucy?
But barely missed the clarity potion on that. Just getting
And here
heals
we
from
go.
his
Here's
Lucy.
the EX space. Wait. Where is it?
I think that was a
Now.
troll.
There we go. Ah, perfect. Perfect. It's a 1v2
Perfect.
and a 1v2 as in he brought his friend with him.
Yes, it is a 1v2.
In the whole sense of the word.
and in the heart.
In the heart of the word.
Don't we all feel like sometimes we're just playing a 1v2 on our hearts?
Wow. Guys, BattleRekt viewers. I was like, what? You know, people have like names for their chat.
Oh yeah.
It's like, hey, what's up? What would our be?
We're-
BattleRekkers?
That doesn't sound very cool or clever.
No. Let's guys in chat. What do you want to be called?
Yeah. You know what? You guys name yourselves.
You guys name yourselves. We're gonna call you guys. Panic says you're 2v1ing my heart.
I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. Are you struggling between which one of us to love more, or do you just feel overwhelmed with love and happiness?
and affection? Yeah. So let us know if it's a bad thing. We will try to stop. I'm not gonna call you by your name. No, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna do that. I'd lose my job.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
So yeah, what would you guys want to be called? You guys want to be called the Casuals?
filthy casuals.
All right, man. Here we are. Welcome back. How are you Casuals doing? It sounds horrible.
It is really funny the words that have become offensive in a competitive video gaming world.
Yeah.
Like casual.
It's like, what did you just call me?
Yeah.
It's like you just said your mom in the early 2000s.
Pretty much. Oh, your mom ones. I have vivid memories of getting so pissed off at my friends
For saying that?
your mom, or saying mean things about my mother.
Yeah. It's like why? How insecure are you that you have to now throw my mom under the bus?
And how
do you-
dumb was I to truly
and
get
like,
offended?
how do you know my mom?
Yeah,
You know?
a lot of them didn't, and I still got mad.
Sometimes I believe I come home and be like, Mom, I can't believe you did that. Honey, what are you talking about? So let us know what you guys want to be called in the chat as we go to a quick break. Semifinal 1 is done. Semifinal 2 coming right up. Don't go anywhere and grab yourself a bag of food.
Any bags. Just a bag of it. Whatever you like. A whole bag. Get a bag of it. riff stopped.
Oh, yeah, I thought it was going to keep going. We were going to go as long as it went. Keep rocking, guitar
This
guy.
is how we
do
look cool.
Welcome back to BattleRekt EU Week 6. We are in our second game of the semifinals. Before we went to break, we asked you guys what you want to be called, what we should call you as chat. Some people said chat. A lot of really creative things. One of my favorite ones was, let's see, who said it? It was...
Who said it originally?
Oh, yeah, who said it? Looked like Drekken. Drekken said it. Rektators.
Rektators is a pretty good one.
It's a pretty good one.
I think
probably my
Rektators
favorite.
is one of the best.
Yeah, probably my favorite so far. But keep letting us know what you want us to call you guys. Mr. Chat. That's another good.
Mr. Chat.
Yeah, like, call me Mr. Chat.
Excuse me.
Chat,
This is a professional relationship.
Chat was my father.
We are.
You can call me Mr. Chat.
Chat was my father. Chat was my father, please.
What if you were birthed from what can we say has been birthed from chat?
A lot of disgusting,
lot.
deplorable things.
As we think about that, let's go to the bracket to update you guys on where we are. Before break, we had our first semifinal match between Impact, last week's champions and the majority of EU's champions, against Imperium. They 2-0 them to move on to the finals. What you guys are about to witness is BattleRekt versus Don't Read This to figure out who will move on to those finals and guarantee that sweet, sweet BattleRekt cash.
That's what it's. We trademarked it.
Sweet.
Actually, I don't think it's not okay.
BattleRekt bucks.
BattleRekt bucks.
BattleRekt bucks.
What do you guys think about
They
that?
have like they have
Rektators?
like your face on it. Just like all these little like just to
Mr. Chat seems impersonal only because that means I'm looking at you all as a single individual.
Yeah, we guys know you guys are. That's true.
But I have single-handedly messaged every single person that has talked in our chat.
Single-handedly.
If you haven't gotten that message, it's probably on your end. I've totally done that. I definitely messaged you all. If you didn't get it, I'm sorry. I don't have any more time though. I can't do it again.
Yeah.
Apologies.
Oh, so apparently someone said that's false.
What's false?
What you just said.
It's not illegal?
No, that you've messaged everyone.
Yeah, that means he didn't get it. Oh, before we move forward, tell us, was it your last fun fact true or false?
Last fun fact was true.
If you push hard enough on your belly
Hard
button.
enough on your belly button, there is a nerve in it. It'll stimulate your brain to make you feel like you have to urinate.
Interesting.
Try it when you guys try it.
Cool. Give us a new one. Fun fact, ladies and gentlemen.
Did you know that baby snakes are called pawns?
Pawns, like the chess piece.
Like a chess
Or like the useless people.
There is an there is an interesting connection to chess, yes, but that I will get into that later. But you know, like baby bears are called cubs.
All right, true or false, ladies and
True or
gentlemen? Did
false?
he just make that crap up, or is that a real fact?
Let us know.
What do you think? Let us know.
What'd you say?
Somebody's trying to shout at us from behind this camera, but they don't know these are noise canceling.
Oh, he's not allowed. He's trying to correct himself. He said the draft is ready, but he said something else. Let's get into the draft. BattleRekt versus Don't Read This. Hot Biscuit picking up Ashka. Now, Don't Read This was the team last week to go into the finals to face off against Impact. So we'll see if they can do it again, or will BattleRekt make it to the finals. Don't Read This. Bring in the Jade. Oh, Baco. Look at this. Jolt's rocking Baco again. It wasn't just a one-time and done. He's sticking to that man.
Blanks on Blossom. Blossom's fun because you can support from such a distance. EX tree, normal tree, heals, stuns, the weekend on the M1. Pretty saucy plays from Blossom. See Pestilence, Jade, and Thorn on the other side. Your Nightmare. I think we saw, what did we see him in last week? Freya?
Your Nightmare?
Yeah.
We did.
Was
we
it
did
Freya
see
or
more.
was it Shifu?
We did see more Freyas. Let me see. Let me see. I can look it up. I know in the finals what happened. So in the finals, it looked like it was. Wow, they ran Varesh.
Who was on Varesh? Oh, Your Nightmare was on Varesh. That was it. Your Nightmare was on Varesh. So clearly a little bit different on the going from range to melee. Although Varesh is kind of just.
He's basically melee.
He's basically
He
melee.
just walks to your face and chucks a spell point blank.
Yeah.
He's like, here, take this, take this. I'm out.
You can't miss. Oh, by the way, you hit me.
Yeah, he's like, peace.
Peace, I'm out.
So Jade, we haven't seen Jade today.
Melee wizards. That's a cool idea.
Right?
Yeah,
I think
wizards
it's really
that have like really short range spells.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
just
yeah.
like,
But they're
by the
crazy
way,
powerful.
But they just like shove it in your chest.
Then you blow up. That sounds too powerful, actually. We should probably nerf that. All right, semifinals matchup number 2. BattleRekt versus Do Not Read This, but it's Don't. What is it? I think Hot Biscuit was just doing some animation canceling there, like a boss. All right, I'm really interested to see how this
3, 2,
how this Bako and the Thorn are going to fit in together. I'm sorry, the Bako and the Blossom. Now we start out here. One thing about Jade is you gotta respect those M1s. They just start chunking hard. And Jolt is learning that, getting into a panic now. Stun, look at the damage. Bulwark got the speed on it as well from the BattleRekt, but he's just taking so much, and don't read this, see an opportunity of weakness, and they're going to find it.
Tree's down. Get the team heals. Oh, and they secure it. There's the ultimate from Ashka. It's going to find some damage onto Jade. She spacebar's out of there. She's got no more mobility. But Bako turns his attention to Pestilus. The Queen's down. The Tree's down. Thorn's ultimate and almost pulls him back in, but Jolt just barely stays out of there. He's staying alive. I don't really know how. Ooh. Nice double in cap.
Oh, the in cap into the, he reflected back one of the Scarabs from Pestilus's ult. But, oh my gosh, they just turned this around. What in the world? Ayla Malkak just getting 3 kills. Jolt was almost dead for so long.
Blue team wins the round.
He threw up. Wow, why am I?
Threw up.
He just threw up all over them.
All over that sweater.
He threw up the Bulwark right as Randler was throwing in one of the Scarabs. The Scarab ran back, and we've talked about how much damage those Scarabs do. They do a good chunk, especially
each one individually after their DOT does 50.
Let's check it out. I can tell you in a second, but either way, getting that reflect back was huge. They found some amazing pickups, and that was just an amazing round from Ayla Malkak overall. I thought Jolts was just dead. Right after that beginning initiation, I was like, that's it.
Full space. Thorn's in a bad spot right now, but luckily he's got Jade there helping to support. Bako knew he had to get out of there. Silence imminent. And there's the flick back on the snipe. Finding value in 2, also hitting Pestilus behind Jade. Surprised she threw that up, knowing the Bulwark hadn't been used, but she lost sight of him, so maybe she thought he still had it. Bulwark to protect the orb, but the snipe comes in just after it's off of cooldown. There's a stun onto one Jade. Has to use her EXQ or stale for the movement. Thorn's got an ult, and he just saw Bako's spacebar. He's got one using the push, but he eased out of it. He thought that maybe he'd use it, but he pulls it back in. Jolt gets destroyed. Ashka can't find any value on that ultimate.
Gonna try to find a cross kill here onto Jade.
Red team has taken the orb.
Shaq's got to be careful. But with don't read this getting the orb, that's going to help stabilize a little bit. Again, it's not over till it's over. We've seen Hot Biscuit and Blanks pull some pretty amazing 2-1s, and getting 3 people is the way to start. He got Bako's ultimate as well. He's got another one ready. Let's see how he's going to use it. He finds the stun. Look at that damage there onto Jade, but he does fall. Wow.
They needed that orb. It was just too difficult for them to pierce through all those bodies to try and secure it. Blossom was all alone to try and secure it. Don't read this. Take a round back in their favor, tying up this first map.
Now back to the first round. So Scarab, and this makes sense. I forgot about this, the second part of Scarab. So when Jolts reflect that Scarab back, the Scarab does 24 damage on hit. It then does 24 damage over 4 seconds. So total, after all said and done, you're taking 48 damage. So that's over max health if you don't heal up in between.
Yeah.
And it also heals the caster for 24. So Jolts, that became his Scarab when he reflected it back. So it healed him for 24 as well.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah.
So he stabilized him a little bit there. So.
And when you talk about hunting someone down for the kill, how frustrating that can be, it's worth going a little bit of overkill if you can actually remove somebody from the map. But if you don't get that kill, you've wasted so much cooldown with no value. Jolt's going in for that, and they do secure the first orb. Bulwark comes out to keep them at bay. Here's the ultimate, 2 ultimates already, 1 from Blossom, 1 from Ashka. Thorn takes half his health. Here's some Pestilus, going for the heals. He hits his own queen instead of an ally.
Oh, the Bulwark up, look at that. The entirety of the Scarab, he was only able to use just 1 launch of a Scarab there because of the end cap, as well as the Bulwark. There we go, Bulwark not down there. Jolt's taking, I think, 3 shots there from Jade's ultimate.
He took some splash as well, so probably almost all of it. Another ultimate from
Wow,
Pestilus.
it's back up!
How on earth all these heals? The pushback from Ashka gives him a little bit of space to breathe. He's feeling a little bit suffocated down there. He's all alone. Lucy trying to find her way between her Bako and her Ashka. Will Thorn just go down here? No. Bako knows better. Blue team gets the orb with an Ashka ultimate. He's engaged on the Jade, but he's got 2 to deal with. Pestilus right next to him. He needs to find help. Blossom ults into the Thorn, the spacebar, and the pull.
Oh, look at that from the back lines!
That is a Hail Mary ultimate!
Jolt's running through, finding Thorn and connecting. And that is just that way, just what BattleRekt needed to relieve that pressure that Don't Read This was putting up so beautifully the entire round. So now let's see what Don't Read This can do. They've got their support still, and they've got their range. They've got to be careful where they land. Silence coming through, Jolt's getting low. Bulwark now is down. There we go, the ultimate does connect, goes to the center. Rambler just taking so much damage. Infested Blossom's Tree. Something I haven't seen a lot.
Yeah, I mean, you can infest any object that has life, pretty much. So the tree, the queen, I think that's about it. Other than and the orb as well. Oh, there's an in-cap on a 1, followed by all the damage needed to get the kill. Jade left all alone.
Now,
and I'm not gonna lie, I never cry when I see a Jade down.
Now, just wanting to say, the reason why Thorn might have been taken by surprise, or we as spectators, we get to see everyone everywhere. When you're in the game, there is a certain range that your camera can go, right? If you unlock your camera and you move down, so there is a possibility. And I got to go back and we got to go back and look at how far away Jolt's was.
Oh, 100% Baka was out of
But
line.
okay, so yeah, so like all of a sudden, just like this giant bulk, 1,000% of a man is just like in your face at super speed.
You're done!
Ah! And just smash to the wall. So I think using that range to your advantage, we don't see a lot of those long-range Baka ults a lot.
Xander projections. I actually have never played Specialist into Xander yet, but I imagine, yes, you could probably infest Xander projections as well.
Oh, interesting. His like little mirror images. Yeah.
Ooh, the firewall. Really nice actually to protect him down in this corner when it looks like they had nowhere to go. The pull on the Bako. He's still got the tree healing him. He won't lose much max health here at all. He's going to spacebar over the wall, break line of sight, find his support, who's now dealing with just a Thorn, but no damage onto her. Nicely done though. Red team take the mid again. 2 ultimates, 1 Perpetualist. Thorn on his way.
Look at that,
Another one on the Bako. And then
the
gets it right back. There's the trade. Even trade for him.
Oh, wow. Look at that. We had Hot Biscuit using his M2 to break through the Barb Husk, allowing Blanks' ultimate, I think, to hit every single one onto Thorn. Jade's got to be careful. Running at the back there. Hot Biscuit finding him the ultimate from Thorn. I think Blanks might have hopped that. Hot Biscuit's got the ult. Jolt is just 25% away. He's building up. Now he's got an ult as well. He's going to use it. He turns over. What blocked it? Was that the... Oh, he got the orb.
Yeah, he got the orb and pushed it into Jade.
Gotcha.
Oh, there's a double in-cap. No,
oh, into a stun.
Look at that damage. Ultimate from Pestilus again. 1 on the heal for Jade. Another trying to get into Thorn. He infests instead.
Oh, the blind ult.
He protects Jade, but the blind ult from Ashka is going to find so much value. They're just getting punished, and Jade goes down to the M2 from Ashka. That leaves Thorn left all alone, trying to hold Bako at bay. There's the tree to keep them in the fight, not losing max health. Thorn goes down. Pestilus shortly to follow after. Wow. Unbelievably done. Lekek take the first map.
Map number 1 there. Just some... Oh, listen to that.
To tell stories about today.
So much louder.
My name's Ashka and I just murdered all your friends.
Playing a game within a game. Well played, Ashka.
Meta.
Meta.
If you will.
That's super meta. Well done, Stunlock.
Meta's a really weird word that has like 16 definitions, I feel like.
We were trying to explain what meta means to a very, very close friend of yours.
Yes.
And it's hard to do. It's really hard to explain meta. What is meta? Oh, it's the, well, it's the, if someone does something that's in right now, but they make a social, like a commentary on it, it's meta? What? Yeah.
But then meta in a game,
it's
like a game meta.
Yeah.
Is a slightly different from like what's meta.
Right.
Like, oh, what that guy just did, that was meta. Like Ashka playing a game within a game, oh, that's meta.
Meta.
That's super meta.
Or like, oh, the meta right now is a Thorn Destiny Paloma.
What does that mean? So
yeah, different.
Technically, it just means fast,
My
right?
gosh. Yeah. What do you got? Yeah, meta is
Replay.
mainstream.
We've got replay, guys.
I like that.
Because we are technologically advanced.
Yeah.
There it is. Ashka ult for the orb, and you'd see blue team do that a lot. Ulting for orb. Bako did it. Ashka did it. Now he's just up there all alone. He forces Petuls to come up there to try and support Jade. Then he spacepars that of it. So now they're all grouped up. Check it out. Ultimate from Blossom. He's going to force a spacebar from 1. And Bako saw it coming, and I think he was just out of sight range. Depends on where Thorn had his mouse. If he had it looking around, right around the corner of the wall, I think there's a good chance Bako would have been just at the peak of the range. or maybe his eyes still would have been somewhere else, or he might have been behind the wall when that ultimate started. He walked in front of me. He's like,
And he just
oh
sees
no.
Hey! Like,
Yeah.
just running on the shadows.
Yeah, like when you're like next to a parked car and you run into the street like a bus. Don't you hate when that happens?
I have almost died right outside of the studio. They're right outside the studio with a sidewalk, park on this, and it's totally my fault, like absolutely my fault. Like a year ago, 2 years ago, I was just walking out of a show, normally not a lot of people on the street, and I go in front of a car, and just before I like cross the threshold, a car just flies right by, and I was like, if I was a second earlier leaving that conversation, I potentially was just dead.
Or at least paralyzed.
Extremely injured.
At least paralyzed. Injured to an extreme amount. There's a light right by my house that everyone going this way loves to run. I don't know why.
God.
It's just like red lights.
Yeah.
It's a guideline for some reason on this intersection.
And also, I mean, in Los Angeles, it is kind of.
That is true.
kind of a
this one is a particular problem.
Yeah.
Maybe because I just see it every day and I just have a large
sample pool.
Yes. Yes. Anyway, so I'm sitting at this light. It goes green, and I was like, I forget what I was doing. I just left my house. The light's right near my house. So I was like fixing a song real quick. I was jamming out, doing whatever. I look up. Oh, it's green. Mack truck just whizzes on by, and I'm like, that wasn't even like. Would have been okay. That would have been. I would have been pulverized. Driver's side, Mack truck, 50 miles an hour into my body.
Yep.
That would have been a nice experiment for those wondering, what can a human body take before it turns to mush?
By a Mack truck.
By a Mack truck.
No. Answer, not much.
So I now, when it goes green, count to 3 and then go.
Looking everywhere.
Because I'm horrified.
Left, right, left, ladies and gentlemen. Left, right, left. Going back to that previous match, one of the things I think that really, two kills came from potentially blind ultimates on the side of Alamellkek, where we had the Bako ultimate going up top and the Asuka ultimate over the wall, hitting up 2 members. So using abilities, and this is something that, man, I just like watching these teams do it. They make it look so easy, like it's just part of their satchel. No. Toolbox? Repertoire?
I like part of their what would you carry on you? Fanny pack. The fanny pack of I think that is actually a thing we start using.
Part of these pro players' fanny packs is using this, like using abilities on enemies that are not in sight, right? They know that they can, like, I think they're here, I'm throwing this here, and it lands on them because if you are the enemy, you just see the thing that just happen. And it's something that I just don't do enough myself playing BattleRekt.
Yeah.
Trying to get better at. So thank you for reminding me how flippin' powerful that is.
Flippin'. It's so flippin' powerful.
Yeah. Bako equals Mack truck. Yeah, Drekken.
Yeah, that is what brought it up to me. Thinking of Bako Ultimate made me remind of the time I almost literally turned into liquid from a Mack truck.
Not team.
Not. What?
I thought of Team Liquid when you said liquid.
Oh, not the team. Just the substance.
Man, a Mack truck hit me and I became Team Liquid.
That's how you know you're too much into competitive video gaming.
Yeah, that's how you know you need to go outside more.
So we're waiting for, I guess, a draft? We're waiting for a draft. Don't worry, we're not just here to waste your time, although a little bit. I like wasting your time.
We just like being here.
I like being here.
Well, wait. I was driving to the show this morning, and on the road, I look up into the sky, and I see 2 birds far away fighting. 2 big ravens. They're having an air fight.
This sounds sick. A raven air fight.
Yeah, it was awesome. And so I'm like watching this thing happen. I was just like mesmerized. I was at a stoplight. I'm just like, wow, this is amazing. Like it was like beautiful and epic and poetic. And they would like fight and they would like fly and like fight. And I was like, is anyone else seeing this? Then I thought, why don't I think that when I see humans fighting? Like when I see 2 people fighting, I'm not like, wow, this is beautiful. It's like, hey, whoa, break it up. And yeah, I just like. Ravens fight cooler than us, guys. That's what I learned today. Ravens have way cooler fighting styles than humans.
Also, there's a distinct, like when I see 2 animals fighting for something, I know there's like a primal instinct of like fighting what?
Keep going, but someone just said something brilliant in chat.
Like fighting for like a mating situation or fighting for territory.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a reason. A lot of times when I see people fight, it's like,
you drank too much.
What'd you just call me? Oh,
they're not.
Did you just call me a noob?
Yeah, they're not like noble reasons. Yeah, most of the time.
And noble obviously is a very vague thing because everyone finds different noble.
Sure.
But yes, in the more vague sense, like I don't find a lot of like, oh, you know what, they fought, but it's because
of this. And I would have fought too.
And there are some situations where I'm like, yeah, no, I'm glad that fight happened.
Yeah,
like, those people really needed to hash that out. Or like, that guy's just a mean dude.
And look at them, they're hugging. How nice afterward.
Now they're hugging. Oh no, it's because one of them has been knocked out.
So if I can read this in chat, Boltitude said, meta stands for most effective tactics available. Meta.
Is that truly what it stands for?
That's,
Am I just that stupid?
That's what he said, and that's amazing. Like, that, like, I don't know how.
Metagaming is not equal meta. I know, but I'm talking about the word is getting used frequently as the word meta.
Yeah. Boltitude, that is brilliant. If you just made a, if you just created that, go on Reddit right now and post that and become a billionaire as far as upvotes.
An upvote billionaire.
He's an upvote hero.
People were talking about meta still. Wow, that conversation happened a while ago.
Well, I mean, it's one of those topics that everyone can relate to, has an opinion on, I think. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
Just like how do you put on pants? Everyone has an opinion.
Everyone has to put on pants the same way.
That's what people think. I don't think that's true.
There's some primitive basic steps that need to happen to get your pants on, and I think we can all agree on that. Whether you do it laying down, standing, hanging upside down, or both legs at a time, like a monster.
All right, so the change,
Alicia, baby.
So she did get a little bit. Actually, I said a little bit. She got a lot of a buff.
A lot of a buff
on 1.3.
Destiny Alicia, so double ranged with a Lucy support, triple ranged as a composition with an Ashka Blossom Bako as their opposition.
This is gonna be interesting. I've been seeing a lot more Alicia played since the patch came out, and so I want to see how. Usually, I like watching it paired with some sort of melee, some sort of presence to distract. She has her escapes aren't amazing. She's got a space bar, and then her EX ice block is kind of like a not take damage for a little bit, leave me alone.
Which got significantly improved.
Which did get a buff, so we'll see how she'll be used. I'm, I haven't played her a ton. In chat, let me know if any of you guys are Alicia players. Do you like building the double jump on her BattleRekt? Is that something that you guys think is valuable? Let me know, because I don't see it a ton, I don't think.
No, I mean, any kind of mobility BattleRekt, you're looking at a little bit of fear of like, am I going to find value, or am I just bad at positioning my first jump? Am I using it as like I need help, or am I truly using it for value?
So there we go. The space bar is down.
She does.
She got the double space bar. And don't read this. Using it right there to dodge Bako.
Don't know if they're gonna fall for it again, but it might have been worth it just for that initial push. If you look at the value, if you can get a freeze from Alicia, you're gonna be able to line that up with an M2 from her and a charged M2 from Destiny if they time it right. With Bako with the orb control, Lekek getting the first one.
A nice bulwark there. Shooting that M2 from Alicia right back to the face. Oh, the ultimate right there. Using that EXM1, let's see how many shields. Trying to stay alive for as long as possible. Standing in the Ashka ultimate, but meanwhile, Jolt goes down. Is there an opportunity for a cross kill here? Yes, it looks like they're going to find Destiny, so a 2v2 support and range versus support and range. Now we're in twos, ladies and gentlemen.
That's huge. They needed that. Oh, the
nice R from
the
Alicia.
Ice Crown to eat the ultimate.
Yeah.
Nicely done by Alicia.
Kind of takes, what, 20 damage at burst? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I believe it's 20 damage.
20 damage.
15 health on that thing.
So a full ult there from Alicia. A full ult from Ashka. Let's see how they're going to use this.
Oh, that's true. Fire and ice.
Fire and, oh, yeah, good theme.
Oh, another blind ultimate. Look at the value. He has the clarity quotient himself. Lucia got so caught off guard, didn't know what to do.
Oh,
now Alicia left all alone.
I think
the R got gusted back at her?
I think that's what happened. Blank's doing a good job with that timing, and there we see the blind ultimate.
That's sad because I can't bulwark that thing.
Oh, really?
I cannot bulwark.
So if it's like coming at you, it just stops?
It just stops.
Huh.
Pushes me a little bit.
I think she gusted it, or she just miscasted jumping back. Let us know in chat if you saw if she miscasted or if Blossom's gust knocked it back the Ice Crown. But we just see Hot Biscuit, a king of those blind ults. And that's amazing to me because you really like either he has they have amazing communication. I'm sure that's part of it with the team. Like, all right, they're right behind you, go. Or he just is like, every time I've done this, they're always here. Because if you miss that, that's a huge waste of it.
Yeah. Jolt has gone in. Megasphere to push Bako right back. Grouping up with his team. The tree's down. It's going to get a lot of value heal, but it's going to get taken down immediately. The poke right now from Alicia and Destiny can be dangerous if Bako takes too long to engage. There's the spacebar from Destiny. Canuck's not finding any value in his counter. Bako just trying his best to get out of that freeze. Doesn't want to get hit, but there's an ultimate. There it is. They know it's coming. Followed by the Lucy ultimate as well. Bako might go down. There's the EXE as well. He's just caught in every situation possible, but Jolt stays alive.
Wow.
The Blank's ultimate to find value. Zaynok's getting trapped in her spacebar. She did build displacement as well, which you don't see as often.
Oh, the stun.
Look at the stack cooldowns on to Destiny.
That was so much used right there.
This actually could be an opportunity, but the Petrify to slow down their range damage. Good thinking.
Yeah, using, that was a shield from Alicia, a barrier from Lucy, as well as a counter from Destiny. So many securities going through. The ultimate back and forth, and Jolts goes down. Again, let's see if ALML can find a cross kill. The ultimate, they find Destiny. Oh, the knockback.
She displaces, and she's gonna get healed up the stun to try and help him out, but Lucy rolled away. The tree is down. I think securing the orb could be big for them. If they can get that much closer to another Hot Biscuit ultimate. The EXE is down to keep him at bay. Don't know if that was a smart decision. I think he had almost all of his mobility. Ooh, no one wants to hit it. Red team secured it. The damage over time just proved to be too much. There's another ultimate from Ashka. Will it take out Lucy?
Look at, they've got two so low.
Space barred out, he gets the stun. The counter gets hit on Destiny. He's pushed in a bunch of AoE. There's the gust, and the tree protects him from the M2. Can they get this?
ALML is doing it. They are 2v3ing. Don't read this. They're playing out of their minds right now.
Red team has taken the
They've got, now they are in a higher health percentage than 3 members on the enemy team. There we go. The ultimate from Blossom goes through. Barrier going in. Blossom gotta be careful on nice Alicia. Are there Frozen Crown? Hot Biscuit's now in some trouble. The Death Vortex going in. It's gonna get pushed outside. He uses that spacebar, jumping in right. They predicted where it was going.
That was really well done.
Now we'll see if Blossom can 1v3 this. The opponents are low. The freeze into the knockout is not the way to do it. Gonna be gusting the way back in, but look, they're just keeping her outside. Don't read this. Finally finding that round, but oh my gosh, ALML
Red team wins the round.
absolutely
A
close.
true work of art.
Sick.
Sick.
Again, another person saying Bako's use of some threes. Not exactly accurate. There are some matchups that he will find difficult. For instance, triple range. Not gonna be easy.
Using that speed up there on the bulwark to get in fast, you call it the NASCAR build.
3, 2, 1, fight.
All right, here, round number 3. ALML one more map away from going on to the finals. Jolt's again taking that damage. And you're right, just finding that difficulty with the triple range. Bulwark is down. Good job sidestepping, but panicking back in. For the orb, who's gonna find it? Stun goes through. It's gonna be. Don't read this.
Even with all the presence that Lekek had, still don't read this. We're able to secure the orb. Nice crowns down, keeping Bako at bay. Jolt's gonna just use the line of sight, sneak around the wall. Destiny knows better than to hit that. They were not able to track his full work. An ultimate from Lucy's just waiting in the barrel. There it is, it's coming to keep Bako out of bay. And there's another Ashka ultimate, finding so much value. He never stops finding value in that ult. Alicia nearly dying.
Yeah, constant pressure. It's just so powerful there. There's a blindish, yeah, kind of ultimate there from Alicia over the wall. Hot Biscuit dodging it. Blank's the only one getting hit. Not a lot of follow-up though, because everyone on Don't Read This, at least the 2 ranges are so low. Alicia in the center. They are going to find the orb. That's big for them. The bulwark going to make Alicia cancel. Forced to use Ice Block here. And Jolt's just going to keep hacking through it. He's going to carve his own presence into her Ice Block.
Ice statue, Ice Block. She's going to get stunned. She's still somehow still alive. And there it is, finally. No more space bar on her. Hot Biscuit built up enough energy to get one more ultimate.
Oh, a nice, wow, a gust from Blanks. The M1 from Destiny right back into herself. Gonna hit the counter. She is gonna fall, and this looks like ALML gonna find round number 2, 1 round away from going on to the finals. Again, don't read this.
I like it.
I like it as well.
Team wins the round.
Hey, hey, look, we got a red Sonic. He's gonna apparently do something. He's gonna reveal to us the path, or I don't know, something like that. All right, ALML 1 more round. Let's see if they can find it.
Red Sonic.
3, 2,
Yeah, stuff. When you're looking at heavy cooldowns at the side of Lekek, Blossom making sure she has to put her tree down in a good spot. Bako needs to try and find value, but he can't go two-handed. He doesn't have another side or anything to get him out of danger when she's in there. But now they're just trying to pin Destiny back here. He was hoping she'd spacebar into that. She ate that well. Knew not to go into that bulwark, it would stun her, and now Hot Biscuits is trying to follow his team. Bako's now having to deal with 3 coming down behind him.
Yep. We're on the enemy spawn there. Running back to the center. BattleRekt knowing that Or's back up. They're going to try to find it. They get the impact, but there's a Lucy Goo. The E to get out of it. Oh, wow. Jolts did a great job staying in the middle. There goes the, oh no, gonna miss. Lucy rolls out of the way.
Just decides to spend time and dedicate for it. The trees don't help him out, but it goes down immediately. The freeze, but the Ash goal to keep the pressure off of Bako. The barrier is now down. Lucy doesn't have a lot of protection. Destiny figured she'd go all in. Can they get the kill right now? Hot Biscuit nearly dead. 1, 2, 3. There's 2 just sitting in that wall, but it's not going to find any value. Destiny ults followed by Blossom. She loses a teammate. Borg on the Petrify as well. This is going to be it. BattleRekt are going to move forward into our finals, taking 2 maps in a row, getting a little bit closer for this one. Congratulations to them, and don't read this. Thank you again for playing and showing up. You played well and valiantly, but BattleRekt, Bako with the win.
Yeah, BattleRekt saying, all right, don't read this. You had your chance last week to face off against Impact, the kings of EU. It's our turn this week. BattleRekt is moving on to the finals to face off against the team who has won 4 out of the, right now, the 5 total. 4 out of the 5 finals that have happened so far. So BattleRekt, will they be the team to beat now? BattleRekt, the team to beat now.
Is that a question I'm supposed to answer, or is that rhetorical?
No, just a rhetorical question.
Rhetorical
Hot
question.
Biscuits, blind ultimates, time after time again. Absolutely turning those team fights.
I love it. Finding that much value out of an Ashka ultimate, and when you really just look at the value he gets out of his other energy abilities, right? And why does he build up to ultimate so quickly?
Yeah.
He could build an inspiration, which lets you build up ultimate that much quicker.
He does get energy so fast.
He does get it very quickly, and sometimes I think I've seen him build inspiration. His firewall is amazing, especially if he builds the BattleRekt where all of his M1s turn into his M2s essentially through the firewall. You won't see him use Petrify unless he's against certain team compositions or really in a dire situation where he just needs to Petrify.
Yeah.
And the EX spacebar, if he has a support, it's 50 energy. So when you look at that, you usually only see that when he needs to sustain.
Like the
when
1v1s,
he's like a 1v1,
supports are down.
Yeah, or he's lost his support in a 2v2 and he needs to heal up.
Yep.
Generally with a support, yeah, he could heal up to his max health with his EX spacebar, but that's 50 friggin' health.
Yeah, energy, yeah, that you'd rather be putting
or energy, yeah,
toward the ultimate.
Yeah.
So I know over in Europe you guys have the BBC. Well, we have the BBU here, the Blind Biscuit ult. So let's go ahead and take a look at that replay. Did you like it?
I did.
Okay. Thanks.
That wasn't meant to sound like such a question. Here it is. I don't know how he finds the lineup. The Lucy, I think, was freakish.
All right.
He knew one.
Right
he put the stun back. No, he put the stun to force Lucy in. I want to know how intentional that was. He put the stun down to force Lucy to walk further inwards. Maybe he was aiming for Lucy and not Alicia, or maybe he's literally a god.
Just a god. So that's one thing I've actually noticed about when I've now gone and played Ashka. I've used what Hot Biscuit does, which is he stuns first, then ults. So he'll always stun and then just instantly charge the ult up, because you either lock them down for your ult to guarantee them, or you almost force a mobility potentially, and they might just jump right back into where you're going.
It makes it easier to predict because they have to pick a direction. If you put it right over them, they have to choose either left or right.
Panic Station says, "Put that BBU crap back in your pocket." Hey, this is what this broadcast's about. We try things, we learn if they fail or work. That apparently failed. Now I know.
Clearing help on us out, so he was aiming for Lucy. That's what I assumed, because he's the one that he was targeting with the stun. I just don't know if he was still tracking Alicia. I know she was out of line of sight, but there's a chance he's like, well, there's a good chance he knows she was hugging the wall.
Sure.
So he still had, honestly, probably like a 33% chance of smacking her, because his ult was big enough to cover a lot of that wall behind it. But finding that double value, always amazing. He still at least always finds a single one. So that's something. There it is again. The ice block coming out right after, which protected her. But in reality, probably wants to put that on Lucy.
Look at this. VR guy. Oh! Right over the side. I love VR guy. We got to get that for us one day.
Nick, sit here with the VR.
Just sit here, pop on the VR, and just throw up.
I was going to say, I have tried VR a handful of times, and it definitely makes me nauseous. For like hours.
There are times where there's a game that we played that was the Wizard, the Underground Wizard game.
That was sick. I don't get nauseous in that one.
So fun. I played that game for, I think, 5 or 6 hours one day, got in my car to drive home, and had to literally convince myself that I was in the real world. I was driving home going like, wait, is this real?
Throw a fireball.
It was crazy.
Like, you realized you just chucked a bunch of pennies.
I was like, oh, I'm just driving. I'm just going to drive. Like, no, you can't. Like, you are, like, I was like, Christian, this is real. You're
Toaster.
in the real
Your
world
name's
now.
Toaster.
My name's Toaster.
Toaster.
Toaster. This is real. This is real right now. It was crazy. VR, man. Fun stuff. hopefully we can do more of it here for you guys because it seems like you guys enjoy that. But our semifinals are done. We have our 2 finalists. Don't go anywhere. When we come back for the break, it is Impact versus ALML Keck, who will be victorious.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to BattleRekt European Edition. This is week number 6, I believe.
Yeah.
We're about to move into our finals. We just got finished with our semifinals. There's no world where I can keep this up. There's no world!
Yeah. We are moving on to our finals. Let's take a look at the bracket. As we move in, we've got Impact versus Ayla Malkek.
I couldn't do it. I apologize. Impact, a team that's taken the last 4 in a row, I believe. 4 or 5, a lot. They won't stop losing, and Lekek is a team that's always made it to our top 4 at the very least, and they want their chance, their shot to try and take down Team Impact and become our BattleRekt winners. But remember, this is the money match. No matter who wins or loses this match, they're going to go home with some dollar bills, y'all.
That's right. Let's talk about how that prizing is broken down, because they do get something. They get some good old money. $9,000 for the entire 9 weeks of tournaments, which breaks down to $1,000 a week, $500 per region. And the way that's broken down into every single broadcast, $350 going to first place, $150 going to second place. I think so far, Impact winning 4, that's $1,400
yes.
that they've won so far.
Between the 3 of them.
And you guys could be a part of this too. If you guys want, again, there are 3 more weeks remaining here in this BattleRekt tournament. You guys can sign, it's free to sign up. There are no prerequisites. You don't have to be in any sort of league or division. You just get some friends, go over to battlefy.com/NGE-BattleRekt. You're going to post in the chat.
Yeah, I'm going to try and time it with what you said.
Oh, nice.
Bam.
And
I think I got it.
And sign up. The tournament, the main bracket happens on Tuesdays, and that way when we get down to the top 8, you guys see only the best of the week, which is today. But it sounds like the draft is ready here for our first finals. Let's take a look at what is going to be seen.
God of on Lucy, no surprise. The Hashka, a Hashka biscuit, and the Blanks Blossom. I couldn't combine those two.
I wonder if we're gonna go
Destiny and Thorn.
I wonder if we're gonna go ABC.
Jolts
Ashka,
on Bako.
Blossom Croak. Ashka, Blossom Croak. ABC. Come on.
ABB. Because we want to see Bako again, ladies and gentlemen. Bam, baby.
The ABB. So we got Abs versus Lidit.
LDT.
LDT.
A not as commonly used drug that we usually see.
It sounds like a sandwich.
Like some sort of like a hipster variation of like the
yeah,
BLT.
It's just like a lettuce, dog food, taco.
Tomato is the one you're looking for.
It's a lettuce, dog food, taco.
But not
the LDT.
I want something more edible by humans.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Which would be... I got dog food now. You ruined me.
Yeah, diamonds.
What food starts with D?
Doritos. Oh,
there you
shoot.
go. Oh, wait, sorry.
Donuts.
Corn chips. Donuts. There you go.
The
lettuce donut, tomato sandwich.
Interesting. The donut is the bun.
The donut's the bun.
And then just lettuce and tomatoes.
We're geniuses.
That sounds...
We're going to make
hundreds
of dollars.
Good. Maybe even tens.
Maybe even tens of dollars.
Tens of dollars we can make.
I could buy so many Steam gift cards.
A lot of them.
For myself.
To play, to get boosts on BattleRekt.
To get all the boosts.
All the BattleRekt boosts.
All those boosts. What do we got?
What
are we thinking? What are we thinking?
I'm thinking...
I mean, I don't know if you can beat Impact, but I'm a fan of the Bako Ashka combo. Jolts has done a great job of staying alive as long as possible. Hot Biscuit's found so much value out of his ultimate.
Yeah.
He can take down Destiny. Lucy's going to struggle, because once that rolls down, Hot Biscuit's going to have his crosshair set right on Lucy. He's going to want that ultimate.
I mean, here's the thing. Impact in these finals have time and time again dominated their opponent. And so we'll see if Ayla Malkek is...
Ooh, lettuce duck tomato sandwich.
That sounds
a good
fancy. I can't afford that. Right at the bat, Vay taking 2 M2s from Ashka.
Oh my god, he just took so much! Taking the bulwark as well, but that means bulwark is down. Blossom trying to get out of there. Not a lot of value right now on Dizzler and Thorn. He's trying to get in there. His shield is already down. He's going to find the M2s from Ashka, but look at Hot Biscuit. His health is already so low. Now we're going to see who's going to snag this orb. Blue team snag it with a spacebar from Thorn, I believe, is the support from the M1s of his teammates. There's the EXM1 help with the value. Double, triple ultimate. Did they all just count down?
Snap.
I think they all just said 3, 2, 1, murder. They got a lot of help. Oh no, but we're going to see Thorn probably can take out Baka here.
Oh,
no!
He misses the ult.
A little cocky on that one, not realizing he had his speed bulwark.
Jolts makes it out. He's going to get the greens there to get some help. They're going to go for center. They do find it. And Ayla Malkek good right now, 42 to 45%. Dizzler is extremely low. Both melees on each team. Who's going to go down first? The shield, the panic.
The space out of there. Already Blossom with an ultimate. Supports can gain their ultimate so quickly by just letting their teammates take some damage.
But look
Huge
at this.
for Red Dot.
Yeah, BattleRekt the entire time has had the last at least 2 orbs, just good center control. The Gus now going down there for blanks.
Oh, this is not good for Bako.
He pulled in, I think, through the Lucy.
Oh, the pushback! But Thorn has a shield on him. Bako's getting pulled back in the ultimate from Hot Biscuit. Will it take out Thorn in time? It does! Somehow, again, Jolts stays alive.
Wow.
Wow, indeed.
Red team.
Looking at this, and they find
Oh, God.
the orb again with 2 members of Impact just hovering around it. They're going to be looking for Jolts right now, but while they do, Hot Biscuit going to line up a double again on that ultimate into the stun. BattleRekt picking up round number 1. Look at Jolts go.
Holding Impact's combos at bay. We didn't see any value out of Thorn ultimates. Destiny struggled at being able to build up energy without needing to use some to save with the EXM1.
Yeah.
We didn't see Lucy being able to get off many value ultimates as well, so the pressure getting split up on all of them. Vague needing to try and use his escapes to get out of there, to avoid blanks, to avoid Jolt and Hot Biscuit. They put a lot of damage on the Hot Biscuit early on, but they weren't able to capitalize. That finishing blow is so difficult to dedicate for, and Dizzler wasn't able to keep the pressure up as much as he wanted to. Nicely done, but BattleRekt, they had to play that very smoothly, especially towards the end, to see if they can repeat this.
Spacebar now down there for Jolts, starting off here in round number 2. And again, if you guys notice, there's more dots up top. You got to win 5 rounds to take the map, not just 3 anymore. Nice Spacebar pulling in 2 members of Impact. Destiny charging it up. Look at that, reflected right back into Vague.
The panic though, Bako's left all alone. He's going to take a lot of damage here. Vague's going to fall through the Spacebar to get up, but Vague's just going to hunt him down. He knows Bulwark's almost back up, but he's going to save the M2, get the spell block. This is dangerous. Just lost a lot of trades on Jolt and 2 ultimates for Impact now. 2 large AoE ultimates as well. They want to try and find Bako. The Spacebar's in. There's the Lucy ultimate. And there's the E as well. He's got nothing left. Will we see an ultimate from Dizzler to finish off Bako?
Counter there being hit from Vague. Running back, and now this time Impact, as you can see, just has center control. They have so much pressure. Since Jolts is so low, they've got to be careful when they run in. The knockback into a counter. Look at that.
Wow.
Vague.
Completely nullified that ultimate.
Yeah, doing
Don't
a
ult
good job.
this down. There's Hot Biscuit ulting with the stun as well. Trying to take down Vague.
They're really close to the Boom Bloom. Also got the stun as well. If that would have connected, they might have gotten the kill. Got an ultimate there from Lucy. There it goes. Bulwark out of it. Use that E to dash out. There's the ultimate. He does find Lucy. Stunning up there into the stun from the roll to get out. And now Jolts might go down. Will BattleRekt be able to find a cross kill here? Looks like no. All right, 2v3. Impact looking good. They found another orb. That's 3 to them.
Hot Biscuit does have an ultimate though. And he's probably waiting for Blossom to get hers. She's about to snag it, and they know that Ashka has it. They just canceled him in his animation. The Thorn ultimate to try and take him out. Thorn gets caught back there, but the ultimate won't find any value on Ashka's side. The orb is up. Red need this orb to stay alive, but blue team are going to sneak it from underneath him. This might be the end for them.
Yeah, it looked like also as well, Hot Biscuit had to use that ultimate there to escape rather than look for some damage value. So once that starts happening toward the end, especially being a member down, just starting to slowly suffocate an Impact. Finding the kill there. The Impact taking round 1 of their own.
Blue team won the orb.
All right, tying it back up and bringing it all the way to sudden death. The Death Vortex. Which is called
Blue
horrifying
team
name.
wins
Horrifying
the
name.
round.
Again, I like to think of it as the souls of all champions who have died before.
I love that. That
Yeah.
is such a cool thing that you've invented.
That's why it comes in, you know?
It's like, all right, we're bored, die.
All right, we've seen this before. We want you to feel our suffering as well. One thing too, to bring up that point of going all the way over to overtime, we've only seen 1 draw this entire tournament season.
That is true.
Not a lot of games get down to that.
Oh, Destiny putting a lot of stake in getting that counter. Gets the spacebar out of there. She's not gonna be able to put a lot of pressure up until she resets cooldowns. Another counter gets hit though. No damage, only onto a tree. Bako gets panicked and entangled. The flick onto it. There's a little bit of max health, but Destiny's taking even more so. There's the shield though. Jolts needs to get out of there. He's going to try and speedball work out. He will.
I like that Blossom using the gust kind of to help out Bako. Jolts kind of leave an area. As Jolts uses a Bulwark, gets to a certain point, then Blank takes over with that gust. Oh,
There's
look at
the
that
double
ultimate. Oh, and pulled back in. Jolts just not catching a break. An amazing set of ults from Impact there.
Gotta go fast.
Thorn ultimate into the Lucy Goo, and pulled back into the Lucy Goo and the Thorns. Not much surviving.
Ashka does have an ultimate, but no one's slow enough to really get that burst damage. All the barriers down, which makes Vague a prime choice, and they know it. They've called it. Ashka's trying to hunt him down. The counter's now down. He's going to ult him. I don't know if he's got enough to take him down, though. You see the support right away. The Blossom ultimate. Couldn't find any value. She had to help herself out with Thorn hunting her down. The tree might save her a bit, but I don't know if it's going to save her enough.
Also, they're using the EXM1 to get those shields, even though it has been reduced by a second. You can still see it being very useful. Blossom using the tree to absorb some projectiles, but not enough. And Impact's going to find round number 2.
Blue team wins the round.
Like water and oil, we just don't mix.
Yeah, right now I see people talking in chat about bans. No, we do not have any bans yet. The champion pool just not quite big enough that we think to implement such things.
Also, a slew of reasons.
Yeah.
We wanted to, for anyone that is brand new to this, we wanted to make it feel like more the experience you get in game.
Yeah.
And since there are no bans in games,
You can choose up. Yeah, we allow mirror matches.
2, 1, fight.
Yeah, again, making this be like a fun entry point for a lot of people. So if you guys want, next week, Tuesday.
What? Oh, to sign up. You know, next week, Tuesday, bans. I thought that's what you were going at. No. All right, so Jolt really trying to find his way in. Him and Thorn are just going to win each other with shields, build up energy. You might not see a lot of value in damage, but you'll definitely get value in, ooh, nice. Flicking around the fully charged Blood Axe. Stunning on the Thorn as well. Hot Biscuit in that back line. Incapacitate onto Vegas, broken almost immediately. The entangle, the pull, the Mega Sphere.
Wow.
An ultimate from Blossom waiting, as well as from Thorn. We'll see who goes first. Thorn does.
Getting a connection to Hot Biscuit, not doing too much damage. Impact, though, does find the orb. Getting 1-to-1 here in this round. Oh, here goes the ultimate right on it. Jolts, he's got to be careful. He's got a deadly injection on him. He's got between a rock and a hard place. He's using the wall going back and forth, and he jumps out of there. Jolts lives again. How in the world does he stay alive?
Destiny trying to bring him back up to his current max health, which is probably barely above 40 or 50 health. Red team secured the orb. That's huge for them. Bako's getting a little bit back. He almost has an ultimate. There's an in-cap. He used a little bit of energy, but maybe they can hunt down Vague. No, the fully charged M2 around the corner. No line of sight, and Hot Biscuit walks right into it. The Lucy Goo will be coming out very shortly as well. Bako's got an ult.
I'm gonna have to go back here and watch just these finals after the broadcast and just see Jolts, how he uses those cooldowns to get out of so many, like, you should be dead situations. Just like runs around on 1 health, like it's just no big deal. WASD being a huge part of that.
Blue team
He just
wins
knows how
the
to
round.
Are we surprised?
watch the animations. It was kind of fun down there. The Mega Sphere from Destiny blew up and it hit those red lanterns that are all floating, and it looked this awesome like firework explosion.
Oh, really?
That's pretty sweet.
Impact 2 rounds away from taking the first map in our finals.
Looking more of like the Impact we've seen again prior weeks.
3,
Maybe
2,
the opponent gets 1 round,
fight.
maybe 2, but Impact just consistently wins time and time again.
Yamakai opened up strong. They got the first round, but they've struggled in following up with it ever since Destiny knows better flicks back that spacebar perfectly. Push back Bako after the ball it down. Mega Sphere to help control the orb, and it's just sitting there floating. They will secure it. Lucy's already built up ultimate, dealing with Hot Biscuit. Somehow Lucy's winning that trade. She's got a Thorn in support, and there it is. Knowing he's got nothing left, pushing him back in, but wasting the pull doesn't matter. Hot Biscuit gets honed down, shredded by the goo. Another orb coming up in just a few seconds here. Splitting up the 2 that are still alive. The safe bet, but Bako will help secure it. There's the value out of the Destiny ultimate, followed by a silence, forcing the E.
Yeah, I think getting that BattleRekt that will increase the silence duration on your M2's Destiny is just so helpful. A nice iframe there, dodging there from blanks from the ultimate. Into the maze for not hitting. Got the other one, but it's going to stay in the goo, getting entangled, going down. Impact one more round away from map number 1. Now, thinking again, right now, as you're ALMLKek, you're learning as you're playing, and you know, not wanting to discourage being fully in the moment of this round. It's just absolutely not over. We've seen crazier comebacks. We've seen continue 5 sweeps. But if you're ALMLKek right now, Carpet, are you thinking about, okay, what's not working here? What is it that's not quite synergizing, not quite breaking what Impact has brought to the table?
I mean, a lot of it is you have to look where their damage is coming from. Vague is having, he had the top damage that round and has a significant amount of rounds, and Thorn is finding a lot of value. So how do you line up your abilities and or ultimates, and how do you do that without taking too much max health? I mean, obviously, yes, that's a dumb statement to say out loud, but it's something to think about. You know, right now they're kind of trying to hide back. Jolt does not want to go in needlessly. They want to try and get this orb. But that's the hardest part. Dedicating for those orbs with a Destiny means you're going all in. Because Destiny can use your spacebar to push it back, keep it in the favor, and then use the wall to keep all your projectiles at bay as well.
Thorn also can pull it away. A lot of opportunities there for Impact Center.
And
so
what do you, lining up your CC is a big thing, right? Where do you put your Bako wing caps? Where do you put your Blossom stuns and your Ashka stuns? Oh, he jumped right back into that, but he's going to get the push back off. There's one ultimate. Thorn wanted to do his own, but I think he ended up getting it off. A little bit of damage on the Bako.
Nice power bust there. Impact 80% of their HP. ALMLKek hovering around 70. It's only about a 10% difference here.
Ooh, Bako wants to ult. Is he going to go for the orb here? No, he's just going to find only the end version onto Vague. He will not get the full damage onto it. Now he needs his allies to help support him. Hot Biscuit finds Vague as well. They know that Destiny is their heavy damage dealer, their heavy hitter, and they want to try and take her out. He's still with the firewall. Help protect him in the corner. He doesn't need support. He hits the counter from Destiny. Oh, Bako just needs to jump out of it. That's not great news for him.
Oh, now look at that. Hot Biscuit not using any mobility there, taking a lot of damage from that Lucy Goo. Here comes the Megas. Oh, the Megasphere.
Megasphere double pull. I mean, everything is working in their favor right now. Impact has so much control.
Yeah, the pressure put on from Impact all over the map on every individual almost simultaneously. You look, you see Hot Biscuits taking damage, and all of a sudden you're looking, oh, we've got Blossom taking damage. You're looking, oh, also we've got Bako taking damage. They're just doing a good job of just constantly keeping. But maybe this is what Hot Biscuit wanted. Maybe he wants to do this 3v1 finally.
Yeah, he's feeling real saucy.
Here, the knockback, there we go. Spacebar.
Here comes the double.
Ultimate. That's it. Impact gonna be picking up map number 1.
In a 5-1. BattleRekt putting up a huge fight in round 1, but it seemed that Impact immediately watched it, figured it out, deciphered it, punched in their programming, and then murdered in return.
Yeah, a real classic case of Murderbot.
Murderbot.
Yeah. We see it all the time on sci-fi movies and in
that is true.
In Greenland. And so,
what did they ever do?
Greenland?
Greenland. Do they have Murderbots?
Oh yeah, it's big in the news. Have you? I mean, they did the swap. You know, isn't the Vikings that like tricked everyone? I was like, oh, Greenland and Iceland. But they just swapped the names. Like Greenland's actually covered in ice. Iceland's actually nice and green.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah,
like,
yeah, I remember hearing that. Like
that falls on our theme of messing with people.
The Vikings, one of the early trolls.
Yeah, one of the early trolls, the Vikings. Oh, go to Greenland. It's nice over there.
Yeah, oh yeah, everyone like, yeah, this place is called Greenland, Iceland. And, like a bunch of people went to Greenland and it was just covered in ice, and they were like, hey, we're gonna go to Iceland. And
then they realized it was covered in green. Yeah. That's really clever.
I think I heard that.
We got a little bit of time between our matches, and we want to keep everything upbeat, up. I don't know why I said up again. There's no other word.
Upbeat, upcoming,
up energy,
up forth,
which means you need to give us another fun fact, please.
Did you know that the Welsh word for jellyfish is Sigod Wibbly Wobbly?
And was the other one true? The snake pond.
The pond is false.
It is made up.
It is made up.
Yeah, I think you got called out. I think most people said false for that one. So excuse me, what was your last one? I heard it, but my brain didn't process the stupidity of your sentence.
The Welsh word for jellyfish is Sigod Wibbly Wobbly.
With obviously a Welsh accent.
Yeah. I don't know how to say it in Welsh, but that's my
I like
fact.
that.
True or
I
false?
like that.
True or
So
false?
as we get going and get ready for this final map, I hear the VR guy's got a couple of surprises for us. He's been on standby. He's been hanging out. We said hi to him early on, but let's go and check out what he's up to over there alone in his corner. He's got Croak. I think he's the bottle flips.
Oh, okay. He got
Amateur
one.
flipper. How many can he do in a row?
He got two.
My God.
Oh my gosh.
He's learned.
Do it, VR guy. Go 3. No! Oh, so close.
I'll take 2 out of 3.
2 is not bad.
2 out of 3 is my average exam score in college, 66%.
Wow.
Yeah, they say
Congrats.
C's get degrees, but after a while, so do D's.
Yeah, D's get degrees. It also rhymes.
Yes, D's get, I don't know about rhyme. Yeah,
D's get degrees.
they do rhyme, and also I was thinking more of the alliteration again.
Oh, C's get. Oh,
C-
D's get degrees.
D's get degrees.
Yeah, it makes
and
even
C's,
more sense.
C's get Seagrees.
Seagrees.
Sea breeze.
Sea breeze.
C's bring the sea breeze.
Caesar
And
Augustus.
D's get you degrees.
Chicken Caesar salad.
And E's,
Now I wonder if VR guy put those other ones on the ground already because
they want to make it
he
look
want
like
to make it look like he's done a lot, or maybe he's done a lot. We just got a test.
in a testament.
How would you say that? An attestation?
In a testament.
We got a testament that they were actually flipped. So that was 4. He did 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5.
So that's a good.
That is.
B's did get degrees.
B's would get you.
So
a
many
degree.
things get you degrees in college, and A's get you. You tell us, chat.
A's get you on the honor rolls. What they do.
You tell us.
There's something else. Oh, okay. So our original theme that got interrupted so rudely by you unplugging power was ways to mess with people, troll them in the IRL way, but in a fun way, not just like, hey, how do I get this guy so angry he wants to crash his car into a ditch? More so, how do I make this guy, you know, like, just get his mind blown, get kind of freaked out, and then
is this
and then
actually guy? Does this guy believe this is how life
yeah.
operates?
So you had a couple of great examples.
Yeah. One of my favorite one is like if you have people in the car, no matter what the weather. So ideally in summer, you have your windshield wipers constantly going, and when anyone asks you why, you're like, oh, I just keep them. I just do this. They're always tuned up. Like keep them always tuned up.
Yeah.
And so people are like, oh my gosh, this guy thinks that's how windshield wipers work.
Or if you're a mechanic, tell someone they need to replace their headlight fluid. That's a
Headlight
usual troll.
fluid is an amazing
I've also
one.
seen really fun ones. My buddy who worked at a grocery store said that when they got new employees, they told them that they needed to go make sure they shake up the dressing once a day in the salad aisle, or like where you find dressings by the refrigerator aisle. Oh, I don't even know where you find them in that grocery store. But he's like, oh, make sure every day at 3 o'clock we shake up the dressings, make sure they're nice and shaken up.
No way!
They snag a picture just to get them in it, just so they can call them out. But here we're going to see a change. Blanks on the old door and jolts onto Rook, which we've seen him on a little more frequently prior to his Baco endeavors.
Yeah.
I'm a little hurt, but I'm glad that he's going with somebody else that maybe he feels like he can win with. So they struggled against Impact with the Baco and Lucy.
I think Rook, one of the things, again, we've talked about this, is it's as a Rook, if you are
Blossom. Sorry, Blossom.
If you are not all in, that's where he actually thrives. There are some people who like have a problem with going all in and not knowing when to back off. Rook's kit thrives being just right in the middle, backing off for maybe a second and just space barring in. And so maybe they're thinking that there's a little more pressure onto the Destiny, onto the Lucy is going to be good. Get Lucy distracted on herself, trying to heal. Maybe get hit a counter in the middle onto Rook, where you can get a lot of just free damage while you're invulnerable. But yeah, I like that salad dressing thing. I think it's amazing.
There's also another one I just recently saw of, like, it was at a construction company, and they told the guy that he needed to get air samples, so they gave him a trash bag, and he's out there trying to get the air and tie up the trash bag. Like those
that poor guy.
Those are some prime trolls. Like that's what I like to see. Like his life's not disadvantaged.
No,
he looks kind of stupid.
He looks
for
like
a period of time.
he looks pretty ridiculous.
It's pretty great.
But then he can have a laugh about it.
Yeah.
One of the ones that's just annoying, like just straight up annoying, is trying to for not even a day is way too much, but for a conversation, reply to everything with "that's what you think."
Oh my God.
Can you imagine how annoying that would be?
Yeah.
Just someone just like man, like what an amazing Dizzler just playing out of his mind. That's what you think.
That's what you think. Doing a great job with his ultimates.
That's what you think. it's just
My
like
God.
it's just that would get under my skin.
Almost immediately punch you in your neck.
So the good old neck punch. Hard says no serious. No, we haven't seen serious at all today.
More North America and mostly just by ninjas. Really, the only serious player we see is
ninjas.
ninjas.
Ninjas in North
being
America.
ninjas.
Yeah. Well, here we go. Map number 2, Impact is up 1 map. Will the Rook change as well as the older affect it? Going right in onto Vague. The counter getting hit. Just gonna chunk through that barrier. Making sure you're gonna connect. The spacebar getting panicked away.
Nicely done. He's going to counter, and he's actually going to eat that M2 from Destiny. He's going to get a stun onto Thorn as well. This orb is just sitting there. Blue team will snag it. The Chronoflex was placed just a little bit to the wrong side of it, or he got pushed through it as well. There's the Thorn ultimate. Bako's going to have to deal with the Lucy ultimate as well. He just had the spacebar out. Somehow he didn't even take that much damage. He's still looking pretty healthy for a Rook. A Rook with 40 health looks healthy in my eyes because of that damn eat.
And now a knockback there onto Vague, trying to get him out of as far away from Thorn as possible. The ultimate gonna connect there, and a nice,
Vague as well.
Yeah, and a nice also E to dodge the M2 there from Destiny. Hot Biscuit getting ultimate from Older, not gonna find any connect, but look at that damage. Vague's got to be careful. The time bomb going off from Older. Counter not being hit from Jolts. Overall, 61% on Elamelkek to 41% on Impact.
Oh, Vague is incapped right now. Blue team snagged it, and Vague needed that to give him a little bit of help. The Ash ultimate still finds him, and he's actually going to go down to the damage over time on the ground afterwards.
There you go, the Thorn ultimate aiming for Blanks. Blanks going to space bar out of there. Now a 2v3. Barb Husk, I think that's all it's going to be written there for Thorn. And Elamelkek gonna fight round number 1 again. The question is, can they hold it?
Yeah, they won the first round and last one, and then they haven't won since. This is their second round they've won. But what we're looking to see potentially is if this team composition either bodes to be a little bit easier against this Destiny and Thorn combo, or if maybe they're just more confident. I know the Jolt's played a lot of Rook in his past. I don't know how much Bako he's played. I'm sure plenty, but I'm relatively confident when I say Jolt's played more Rook than Bako. There was a while where every time I tuned into a stream, he was just mashing people with Rook.
A nice bait there out of Vague, baiting out the space bar from Hot Biscuit. Still not going to connect to the M2. Dodging all the fireballs as well. Right now watching Older again, seeing what he uses the energy on. Does he save it up just for his ult? Does he do the Petrify?
You'll see him use Chronoflex once in a while with the Chronosphere.
Chronosphere, yeah.
Especially to protect Orb.
So you got the BattleRekt where when he also space bars, he leaves a little mini Chronosphere there.
That's great, especially for baiting Destiny to try and hit you with a charge M2. Rook caught in there, getting pulled in, getting Mega Sphered, and he might just die here. There's the panicky space bars out. Thorn actually finding negative value by going underground. He could have kept him in place. Rook takes the orb for them. Hot Biscuit dealing with Destiny and dealing with him pretty well. But now he's got to deal with a Thorn who knows he got the ultimate. Hot Biscuit might just die right here and right now.
I really like that from Jolts. He goes over to the center orb. Right before he goes for the auto attack, he knows that Thorn is going to try to hit it himself, so he gets a free basic counter hit, which allows him to take the orb and get some good damage. But overall, Elamelkek not looking good, and that is going to be the end for Jolts. Impact snagging that orb from Elamelkek. All right, so here we go. Elamelkek looks like they're good to win this round. Will this be a repeat of what happened last map, or will now Elamelkek find a way to respond? Watching at the top level plays, I mean, that's a thing that we see a lot, especially over in North America. Right now, the two teams that have been at the top, Nova and that's the player. Nova and Overconfident. Their games will go 1-1-1-1-1-1. And what you see is like, okay, this worked for us last time. The enemy team goes, we're going to find a way around that. Then the opposing team goes, okay, now we're going to find a way around that. And this is constant one-upsmanship. And Impact, I feel like, has that ability, right? They see what Elamelkek does in the first round. They find out how to kind of respond to it. Now it's up to Elamelkek to say, okay, now that didn't work, we can't go back. Obviously, we can't go back to what we just did initially, but that was comfortable. So we'll see. We'll see if they can find a way to respond. 3 seconds into the next round, 1-1 so far here. Again, Impact, they win this map. They are the champions. Gong Man, sound us in.
1, fight.
Somebody asking how Ashka can scream while ulting. Have you watched what he has to do? He has to magma his way underneath the ground with the heat of his body. I would scream too. Oh, there's the value, pushing Rook into that spacebar. Thorn getting a lot of damage just coming up from underground. Not hitting that counter Rook this time. Jolt is in a really bad spot. The space we're getting eaten again by the Barbed Husk. The M2's now down. His counter's just about back up. But red team secured the orb. It's going to help get him just a bit more health back.
A nice spin there from Veg. Not wanting to hit that M2 into the Chronosphere. Goes over, a nice ultimate. They find the stun. The ultimate's going to line up. There was a kill, but will Alamelka be able to find a cross? Oh, looks like Destiny's going to stabilize here. Potentially not especially with that silence. The Megasphere M2 into the silence. Nicely done there from Veg. God, I'm getting some amazing panics so far in this map. And Impact's going to take round number 2.
Reverse time. Reverse it a little bit more, older, from when your teammates were alive.
Yeah. Reverse all the way back to, that would be
So
insane.
when you had friends.
If like 2 of your teammates die, Older has the option to go pick up both, if they're full. So if both your teammates had to drop full ultimates, he has to have a full ultimate of his own. If he ults into the ult, into a final one, it like respawns all of your teammates.
I think it would be pretty funny is if he wanted to, his ultimate, if he had a teammate dead, as he sacrifices his life, gives that health to a teammate that comes back to life.
That's like the ultimate support move.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Like,
I would love a support.
Like I'm an
older
older with 100 health and my Destiny's dead.
3,
I'm going to give up my life so that
1.
Destiny can come back to life.
I think that's a sweet ability.
Maybe like you lose a little bit, right? Like I have 100 and she only gets 80. All right, enough theory crafting here. Big's gonna get smacked by Boulder. Rook baited out the counter with his space bar. Stunned as well, and hits the counter. He's gonna find some serious value here, but he gets pushed back by a space from Destiny, and now grouped up again. Lekek, the orb's coming up. Who's gonna posture up for this one? Getting the pull, the space. Red team's gonna secure it with a slew of abilities getting chucked that direction.
Barbus, they're gonna dodge the stun from Hot Biscuit, and right now Dizzler taking a lot of damage. Gotta be careful. Spacebar gonna land. Jolt did get the battle right. That allows you to proc Berserk if you land a spacebar. We see a lot of people getting that. I recommend if you guys are at home playing Rook, I suggest the same.
Blue got the orb from the Barbed Husk on the M2.
Oh,
That's super unfortunate.
The stun into the impact though onto Vague.
Knowing that he has counter, being too careful going in. There's the space bar. The counter's gonna be coming up very shortly. She's got barrier. That's down 2. The EXM1 to stay alive. The stun, she won't be able to counter through this, but the Barbed Husk keeps her alive. She's gonna die to the stun from Ashka, and now back down to a 3v2. Ayla Malkak looking to tie this up.
Oh, the ult on the ult. Both teams dodging themselves. Thorn going down. Ayla Malkak gonna pick up a round of their own. They are gonna tie it up 2-2. They've learned. Look at that. Well played. This new comp working out well.
Red team wins the round.
I want that track
I'm asking.
on my mix.
I just want to play that. Yeah, just have it on a loop. Stun lock.
Send me.
Oh, it's a live guy.
No, I want the 8-bit
of
Ashka's
Ashka's
game.
game.
We don't. Our guitar guy doesn't also have a synthesizer. Are you insane?
Are you insane?
You can only do so
we don't
much.
pay him at all.
Jesus. All right, tied up 2-2. Lekek trying to keep their tournament lives alive.
Oh, Joel's just flying by Dizzler, saying what's up.
A little high five.
Little high five.
Kind of gets hit using the speed boost to get in there. Now he's just trying to get on the other side of the wall, break line of sight. He's used Eat to heal up as well. And now Thorn, though, caught between an Older and an Ashka. I don't think I'd want to be there.
Look how far apart right now these
body
teams
block.
are. Impact does gonna pick up that orb. A nice double stun there, but look at Joel just getting absolutely eaten. He's got to move out of there, but he's not gonna make it. The Thorn ultimate with the M1 from Destiny gonna finish him off. Meanwhile, Hot Biscuit also, I think, not hitting anyone there with that ultimate. A quick death there from Rook. Swift.
Blue team claimed
Both teams split up, did the kind of 1v2s we've seen, but Impact actually just then centered back around the orb, but now it's kind of like a 3v2, and Rook was just too far out of the picture. Having to use mobility to get back in. Here we go with the ultimate up on top. Look at that. And look, coming right back, a perfect distance to hit Older. Impact gonna find their 3rd round.
Could have gotten a triple stun there. Oh, I think actually Dizzler wanted them all to group up for the EX space. That's what he wanted to do. Dizzler wanted it. They all grouped up, giving him that juicy, sweet
Are we surprised?
sweet target.
That sweet.
I wanted to find more words that would have made it
sultry,
sultry, meaty,
flowing target.
It's getting disgusting.
Target.
People that weren't listening to the first part of that sentence has no idea what we're doing right now.
So like, what is happening?
By the way, it's Raigon's
3,
father.
2.
Not
So it's not Raigon himself.
No. Remember, he has his dad's sword.
Oh, I was thinking since he was the banished prince that like they chopped his head off as like disrespect sign.
Father got killed. Oh, that's true.
And we learned that it was Pestilus who did it. Here we go, nice. Thorn going in on the side. Barb Husky is up. Canceling it early, making sure you get that entangling. Gonna pull in Hot Biscuit. He's gonna have to dash and spacebar in there. So not a lot of mobility left for him, but he is far out of the fight. He's gonna need it. 88%, 84%, still pretty close. First orb going over to Impact. The ultimate is available on God of. Let's see if he's going to pair that up with the Thorn, potentially the Destiny. Jolts' counter not being hit. A nice job using the M2 as an iframe.
Oh, the Thorn ultimate, after forcing Rook into a corner, we see an ultimate just sitting waiting for Lucy, but she knows that she does. She's a sitting target. Barrier's down. She's just trying to break line of sight. Old Door just wants to hunt her down. She finally rolls away, so she has no more ultimate in the barrel. Ashka's up top, just dealing with Vague as much as he can. The Orb sitting at 44 health. No one wants to get the next hit. They don't want to get it that close. Ashka did, but he got entangled. Couldn't get the final M1. Rook gets almost destroyed by Vague. Now look at how split up Lekek is. Their support's on the wrong side of the map. He can't help and heal the other two. They're just going to slowly lose more and more max health.
Vague job there. Vague doing a good.
What a Vague job.
What a Vague job that was. Vague doing a great job this entire just series. Even in the middle of fights, baiting out so many things with that M2 on Destiny. Getting counters baited out, getting space bars baited out. And that's, again, one of those things that, looking back at, like, when I play, when I think about, like, canceling abilities of that debate, I usually think about it at the beginning of things. But when things are intense and the moment's just, like, back and forth, that's just not in my mind. So just, you can see just the calm level of play that these top levels have, these top players have at this level.
Impact 1 round away from taking it.
Yep.
Will they be our winner for 5 to 6 weeks in a row? If only I knew my stats. If only I was a good cast.
If they pick this one up, it is their 5th week overall. I'm not sure if it's in a row, but definitely no. I think it would 1, 2, 3, 4. Last 3 weeks. I think it is in a row. I think it's in a row. Everybody in chat is mad at each other. Please stop. Hey, look, just be happy like that dragon kite. All right, here we go.
Does singing help you guys feel better?
Will this be the last round for Alamelkek? Or will they come back and pick up this map? It is all in the realm of possibilities. Destiny is in their hands, but Destiny is on the side of Impact.
Which means Impact is going to win according to your weird thing.
Well, I mean,
oh, the M2 hitbox made it around the side of that wall. Red team claimed the orb. This is going to be good for Lekek. It's going to give them some energy. Not if Rook gets melted through. They know he's got nothing. He M2's out of some damage. He's going to get pushed through, and they're just going to turn it around and try and take out Thorn. Do they get him? The EXM1 from Destiny saves them from that little bit of max health.
Again, utilizing every single piece of the kit these top players know how to do. And there we go, another EXM1 from Vague. The ultimate from Thorn goes out, connecting onto Jolts. The counter going to be hit at the last second. So he gets the spaceport, but he's got to be careful. Getting panicked, he's by himself. I think he's going to go down here, yes. Will they find a cross kill, though? He's got to get the stun. They go into Destiny. The ultimate goes through. They hit 2 members. They find the cross kill. Thorn goes down. Both melees gone for these teams. It is range support versus range support. Alamelkek right now, 38% to Impact's 24. This is absolutely possible.
Hotpitska just can't get line of sight with Old Door. Oh, they want that orb. Oh! No, he couldn't get it! The corner flux was nicely timed, but he just couldn't get there in time. Old Door stuck inside of a Lucy ultimate. He's just going to heal himself up. He stays alive, doesn't take any more damage.
Wow.
Is Vague going to go down here? Do they stay alive? Can they do this?
He just missed the Petrify there on Nagadov. That would have been huge for them taking out the support. Spacebar down for Hot Biscuit. The 2v2 looking for the orb. Who's going to pick it up? It's going to go over to Impact. This is huge for them. They were down. They're starting to come back again. Every orb counts here. But Alamelkek still in the commanding lead. A lot of health onto blanks. So if I'm Impact, you're looking for Hot Biscuit. That is your target right now. The time bomb's going off, both detonating at the same time. counter. Gonna get hit. This is looking good for BattleRekt though. The wall going through, trying to keep him away. The Chronosphere.
The Mega Sphere is a little bit too much.
Won the orb.
That was Lekek's orb.
Yep.
It's like a stalemate here. Now, Blanks almost has an ultimate. Ashka nearly has his as well. He's built Inspiration, so he has that extra bar. He's built up his ultimate now, which means Blue needs to be incredibly careful. They're getting pushed to that back line. There's the space bar, which means Ashka knows he can hit it. No, he puts up the firewall instead. The counter gets eaten up. And there it is, but he doesn't get any contact. He might die here.
Oh no, the missed ultimate. This might be the death of Hot Biscuit. Can they find Big? Blank's doing a good job keeping him up. Wow.
She almost has an ultimate though.
This is Big. The panic.
He eased through the panic. He iframes the panic. There's one ult that's going to force the spacebar to post. It'll buy him some time to heal up, but he goes down. Lekek stay alive for one more round.
Woo! 2 more away. I love watching what Hot Biscuit did there. He did have an ultimate, but he used that wall to keep impact on the outside, and he used these increased M1s turning into M2s to get the ultimate back up by the time the firewall went down. So his confidence knowing, yes, I'm going to spend 25% of my energy, but I'm going to get it back before this defense rolls down, is an amazing use of time and confidence. Even though, yes, he did miss that ultimate, they were able, that health advantage was just really coming over on the side of BattleRekt.
I do want to say the conversation happening in chat, hold it. I'd like to make a small comment when this game's done, but it's not worth the time right now because this game's exciting as hell.
Yeah, right now BattleRekt trying to hold on. They need to now win 2 rounds in a row.
Thorn took a lot of damage there. Rook took almost nothing. Uldur can heal himself up for this. They won the first trade, but if they get this orb back, they will. They're going to secure more of that health back for Thorn. Jolts wants to bait as much as he can out of the space bar. The counter's going to get hit for Destiny, but that means he knows he can go in without having to worry about it. Only the space bar left. While it's cool that Bait can do increased damage from a distance with that counter being hit, he does know he loses an escape with it. If he pulls it too far of a distance, another orb's just going to get snagged though. They have so much center control right now. An ultimate from Thorn, an ultimate from Lucy, just waiting to find value. Uldur nearly building up his to maybe save a teammate out of something. Ashka breaks line of sight. M2's through. Destiny misses hers. That's 3 ultimates now on the side of Impact. There's one. Thorn's going to use the first one. Destiny waiting. There's the E from Ashka.
Blue team has taken the orb.
Destiny's again, her control of the orb so strong. Godovan Vague just holding on. There we go, the goo up at the top. Jolts is in a lot of trouble using that MT4 and iframe. The ult from Uldur coming out to save him. Polyvar getting the stun!
But she's going to ult. No. Ashka's going to ult first. He actually finds no value for the first time in a long, long time. Rook has the M2 out of the Megasphere. He might just die here. I don't think he can get out. He will not be able to. The Chrono Flux wasn't able to help him out, pushed him in the wrong direction.
Wow.
The cross kill needs to happen now or never.
Gotta go fast.
Kieran in chat. Good point. Totally forgot. Hot Biscuit did spec into the BattleRekt that gives him a 5th bar of energy. So that makes more sense. Thank you for the correction. Man, I'm just like, dang, such pro. Such pro plays. 1 health on Hot Biscuit, though. This is going to be a tough journey if BattleRekt is going to win this round. Doing his best, dodging Godov. Finds through space bars away. But no, Destiny's going to finish him off, and it looks like Impact is going to take this map and be Week 6's champions. That is 5 weeks out of the 6. Impact has made it to the finals and has won. BattleRekt taking 3 rounds off of Impact, which I think is the most we've seen in a while. So getting close, getting very, very close. But congratulations to Impact taking home that $350. BattleRekt, you're walking home empty-handed. You are getting $150 for playing in the tournament, for playing BattleRekt. Congratulations, you just made money playing video games.
And thank you for playing. There's a nice message to go out on. And guys, seriously, the conversation in chat, I'll touch on it just a bit. I want to give a nice wrapping thought. I've been trying to keep up a little bit while also watching the game. Yeah. It's because I still find this conversation very interesting, even if you guys are getting a little volatile and angry at each other, which I think you should calm down. We all just have a passion for the same game, and that's right, it's BattleRekt. So, we have yet another winner, and it's yet the same winner for 5 weeks and running.
Woo!
Impact, they just can't be dethroned.
Can't be beat.
Lekek got close. I think they found a good composition to go through with a couple of rounds. They were able to find the victories, but the problem is when you're going against a team that's this good, oh God.
This is how you feel.
It's just this good.
You get a win, you're like, oh gosh. Oh.
I'm out of coffee and water. This is bad. All right, you take over.
All right, we've got a replay here for you guys. The Ashka ultimate from that last from that last round.
Oh, thank you.
Obviously runs through and just doesn't find any connections.
Interesting.
And when you again,
Interesting choice.
but it just again, it's just like maybe we're showing this because this happens to pro players too, huh?
Yeah.
So you guys at home, when this happens to you guys at home, don't worry. It happens to the best of us, the best of them.
We all miss things.
We all miss things sometimes. Your parents' birthdays, sister's graduation, your wedding.
That'd be a big one to miss.
You're like,
hey, why weren't you at the wedding? Oh, dude,
oh, that's today?
I totally forgot I was hanging out playing some video games.
Today
Forgot
was
it
the
your wedding. I
wedding?
was wondering why there was a tuxedo hanging in my closet that I wasn't mine.
Yeah, I got a lot of people calling me. I was like, just not today, guys. I just want to have a day off.
Another unbelievable showing from Europe.
Yeah, we'll play it.
Showing us exactly the top level of play. A lot of ultimate combinations today. Double, triple ultimate combos, which is slowly where BattleRekt is going towards. And I'm saying slowly, it's pretty much there. For a while, it really wasn't all about the ultimate combo. It was like, okay, I'm going to get my one ult. You help me with that with some of your abilities, and then we'll get yours, then we'll get yours. It's that saving up for it. Because there's that inherent thought. I've hit 100% energy. Now everything I land is a wasted energy gain.
Sure.
So there's that
the
thought.
more you hold on to
it does exist. If
Right.
you hold on to your ultimate for too long, you could have probably used some of your EX, gotten it back, and then used it,
gotten
right?
another ultimate.
Because you waited so long. So there is that inherent thought. So if you know you're all within a bar, save it. Why not?
Yeah.
If one of your teammates only has 10% energy and you want to save your ultimate for his, you should probably spend some of it.
Yeah, and also just the feeling of, I wonder if there's like, you know, there are some champions where you don't use your ultimate. You just, I mean, not all the time. You mainly use EX abilities. And I wonder if there's a team composition out there that's just characters like that don't care about their ultimate and they just go for early game value and pressure before the enemy builds up there. So maybe that's a shift in the meta that might be happening. But we do have now, the day is done, the bracket is up. Let's take a look at Impact's victory all the way through. And as you notice, yet again, it is filled with 2 O's. The entire bracket was 2 O's. That's pretty impressive. So Impact beating Incorrigible Egoists in the first matchup, and going on to the semifinals to face off against Imperium. 2-0ing them there. And then what you guys just witnessed, the finals, Impact and A Lamel Connect, where Impact is the winner.
The Keck getting so close in that final round, getting a couple of rounds themselves in that final map.
Yeah.
But again, just so hard to close the deal against Impact. Their composition is strong, and the way they execute it is so incredibly strong. Thorn is so difficult to deal with. The way Fake plays Destiny is just quite a threat. It's so hard to just get in there and actually lock down enough damage that just can't get healed up by Godav, who is one of the best supports out there.
And just repeating in the orb control. Just the orb control from Thorn and
huge.
Destiny is just amazing.
And
Being able to knock it all over the place.
I think that alone has given them plenty of rounds and victories where they really weren't doing a whole lot until they built up enough ultimates, because they just get orb after orb after orb. You get 3 orbs on your side. That's almost a full ultimate for your whole team outside of what you've already built up.
Yeah, you've probably just guaranteed your entire team an ultimate.
So just to touch a little bit on the subject at hand, everyone in chat's talking about bans and you know what people like, what people want to watch.
Let's see.
The game popularity and whatever. I was keeping up a little bit with it, and I'm not going to touch on the true opinion because I don't think it's my place right now in this. I think there are people in the community that have more well thought out opinions. But I will say it definitely don't attribute any kind of success or failure of anything to a single decision, because I think that is a flawed thought process to a degree. I don't think any one thing can make something amazing and or terrible. While your opinion on bans should or shouldn't be there, is I think there are plenty of valuable arguments on both sides, and I truly am torn on whether we should implement it or not. And we look at data, we try and get opinions, we try to figure that out, and we're trying to figure out when is a good time and how do we introduce that, and how will that feel for both viewers and players. It's definitely something to take into account
Balance both.
as a broadcast, because we want you guys to love this and have fun with it, and we also want the players to feel that competitive integrity and the drive to continuously improve. But I do think that whether the bans are or not implemented, whether that can be a reason for success or not success, I don't think there's any singular reason. There are plenty of reasons of what makes BattleRekt amazing, and plenty of reasons of what makes it difficult and makes it hard for some people to watch. It goes for almost every game. So,
and also,
please be positive, everybody.
And also, no matter what side of the fence that you guys fall on, I love you. I love you no matter what.
That's true.
Let's take a look at the stream schedule again. We do this every single Wednesday, 7 p.m. CET for Europe, 8 p.m. EST for NA, for America 10 a.m. PST for Europe, and 5 p.m. PST for NA. So we have a little break in between. We hope to see you guys in a couple of hours for our NA broadcast, where we are going to whittle down again the top 8 from NA to one winner for prizing. And also, before Carpet, you sign us off, the fun fact of Welsh, the Welsh word for jellyfish being Sygod Wibbly Wobbly, is true.
Sygod Wibbly Wobbly.
Yeah, it's
That's
like
what they call jellyfish.
It's like P-S-Y-G-O-D W-I-L-B-I W-O-L-B-I.
Wibbly Wobbly?
Wibbly Wobbly? Wibbly Wobbly?
Wilby Wobbly?
Anyway.
You just spelled it differently than you pronounced it.
Oh.
But I guess it is Welsh, and what do we silly Americans know about pronouncing things with Welsh accents
Let's
and
see.
or in their dialect?
P-S-Y-G-O-D W-I-B-L-I Wibbly W-O-B-L-I.
Wobbly.
Wibbly Wobbly.
Yes.
There you go.
There you go. Fun fact, true.
True.
Even if we're not pronouncing it right, the spelling is correct. But thank you so much for tuning in. I'm glad you guys got some pretty serious discussion there at the end. I think it's great to have these discussions, even if it gets a little heated. It's okay. Forgive each other, love each other, and try not to hate yourself, because I do all the time. And I've got this guy to help pull me out of that dark, dark hole. So we'll be back in just a few hours in North America, so please make sure you're here and enjoy it with us. We'll see you soon.